3, 2, 1, go. Now I get to sit here for a good, like, 3 minutes.
I'm sorry to sit down and start when the marathon is going on.
Yeah. That's quite unusual.
Normally it comes in like a week later and be like, oh hey, I missed the marathon today.
Alright, no Steve the Dreamer is actually during the Zelda block. The only one that's $10 and for the whole marathon is the 3DS and Ocarina of Time 3D.
Yeah, pretty much all of the prizes are game specific. There's only a couple that aren't.
With the 3DS.
Yeah, there are some that are like game blocks too.
Yeah, the hat and the curler that we showed are $5 entries, and the Triforce is a $10 entry. So,
if you donate $10, you're entered for all the prizes for this game.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
All right, we have quite a bit of donations coming in. Nothing really going on at the start here that you need to explain, right?
No.
Okay, so we have a $299.99. Not sure why that exact amount. Just make the math hard on me, I guess. For a Link to the Past name Lunk, so that has a pretty commanding lead now. Just 300, 430, yeah, 336. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's 430.36 for Lunk now, and almost $300 over a close competitor. Alright, so Matthew Brett sent $10. Just want to say great job on all the hard work to raise money for Ord. Appreciate it. David Lowry gave $5. Nico Ranta gave $10. Nice prize you got there. Perfect excuse to give KH2 some love too. I perfectly agree with that. Alexander Trevino gave 15. 5 for the raffle of the hat and 10 for the Triforce raffle. Actually, you're just put in for all of them because you put in $15 and you don't need to. Just anyone who makes a donation of $10 or more is put in for all of the prizes. Not you don't have to specify what you're trying to win. Steven Sundberg put in $10 in for the Zelda swag. Put this to KH2. Races are infinitely more interesting than cutscenes. Alright, so KH2 slowly but surely creeping up on KH1 once again. Nick Massarelli put in $31.50, no comment yet. Chris Vasquez sent another $10, another 10 for the KH2 race, and all the sexy Minish cap videos. And because Mike is sexy. Okay.
Lots of sexy.
Sexy. Alright, Mark Murphy put in $10. It's Zelda game. How can you not donate during a Zelda game?
Good question.
It's true.
Alright, the $31.50 from Nick Massarelli said, put this towards Lunk is the name for Link to the Past. Looking forward to Zelda runs and that Triforce. Alright, so yeah, Lunk has just an ever-increasing lead here. If someone wants one of those other names for one, they're gonna have to work really hard for it. James Rodriguez with 10 says, I hope I'm winning either the Minish Cap or the Triforce because I do possess the 3 forces, the power to hold controller for a long time. They listen to donate to charity and the courage to my parents has spent a whole weekend watching you guys. Mark Dyson said, gotta get on a Zelda prize. Mercury Zelda stuff rolls. Yes it does. This towards KH2 because cutscenes suck. Alright. Brian Boaz sent 10 and Rob Tryson sent 10. So we'll keep you updated with the chipping comments, but a bit later.
So I have to say, this game's more skipping text, but you know,
Yeah.
the beginning, not so much.
Yeah, I definitely always remember this game for starting out pretty slow. Yeah, once you get into the dungeon, it starts picking up pretty good.
Oh yeah. There's a lot less text as soon as I get past this beginning part. Kind of like Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I've never actually played this game. I can fix that.
It's a really good game. I used, well, let me rephrase that. It used to be one of my favorite Zeldas. I hate it now. That's what happens when you speedrun a game. But
Blaster Master, I still love that game.
So, I mean, we have one person in the room who, hasn't played this game. I mean, I'm sure it's not as popular as Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time. Care to explain anything just about the general premise of the game? And how it's different than other Zeldas?
I mean, if you played a 2D Zelda, you know what to expect. It's, you know, it's a traditional Zelda game.
Ganon isn't the baddie though.
Yeah, Ganon doesn't show up. That's one of the weird things.
You're Ganon time.
You fight against a guy named Body who's an evil dude, and you beat him, and it's good.
Yeah, you'll come to see the cap that talks to you, becomes the fairy
Yeah,
equivalent.
the big thing is you can shrink
Yeah.
to become really small, so...
So there are some gimmicks with this that are a little different than other Zelda games as well.
And it has
As a what?
it has like one unique item that you don't see in other games too.
As long as the gimmick isn't the use of the stylus for everything.
Where's the float? Push it around.
See, they put rolling in just so you can do it all the time during speedrun.
Yep, you'll get used to hearing him scream a lot.
It's Zelda. You'll hear screaming right away.
I was all kind of disappointed when I noticed that they have adjusted. You sprint instead of rolling in Skyward Sword. And I'm like, what?
Link to the Past style, like the shuffling.
He actually you have a sprint meter, like a stamina gauge. And you run instead of you hold like B and you run instead of rolling.
People are already starting to mock the rolling sound.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
I do get the Pegasus boots in this game, but rolling is usually faster, so... Unless it's because the startup time to start running with the boots is long enough that in any short distance, you may as well just roll.
What is that from?
Is there a baby crying in the background? If that mic can pick up that, wow.
No, that would be Eslo, the Minish cap on my head. He is a bit of a
Yeah,
whiner.
he does make weird noises with this thing.
It's always the thing.
It's like a duck.
Yep.
So
Later I can skip this animation, but the first time I do this, I have to watch it. So.
Yeah, that is the happy baby.
But he's shrinking me down to Minish size, and the Minish are these little tiny dudes that put rupees under rocks for people.
I had to invent an explanation for why you find money in bushes and rocks.
Yep.
Hey, quick request from Mercury Zelda, if you're watching. On the Minish cap, please put googly eyes on it.
Yeah, that had to be made by Mercury Zelda. We don't have it here, but it's still in the process of being done. That's one of the prizes for this one.
I forgot to update a little while ago. For those who weren't around in this room here, we did break $14,000. We're coming in very close to our goal.
Nice.
Yeah, these guys are the Minish, or Picori as they call themselves. Well, the humans call them Picori, they call themselves Minish, but... Not that I've read the story in like years. Skipping reading text is actually really hard in this game. I have to say, because it doesn't like you hit B and then it scrolls to the end of the text. What it does is as you hold B, it just speeds the text up. But you still have to hit B at the end of the text box for it to switch to the next one. So you have to like hold down B longer than you normally would to make it actually like move. Yeah, if you like task it, you do it exactly like.
So you can't hit A to go to the next selection box, so you just hold B and tap it or something?
Well, I just keep mashing B, but instead of like just hitting really quick, I hold down a little bit each time I hit.
At least it's faster than Ocarina of Time.
Yes, it is pretty fast when you get it going.
You just press down and say, or pull down while you found this. You'll get it happen in the next one.
Mega Man 10, the shot menu text is so difficult to.
While you're dealing with the old Minish people here, quite a few donations. Not surprising considering the prizes at hand. Well, actually, I forgot to add in the. Where's two pigs? Oh, his got moved down. Okay, so we have $10 from Kevin Chandrasena. That was a little tricky for me, I guess. $10. Benjamin Allen sent $10. The next runner here again. Throwing in 10 for the Triforce and Ezreal cap. Enjoying the whole show a lot, but unfortunately I have to go to work, so I'll have to catch the rest on replays. Yeah, we will be recording everything, so you don't need to worry about if you miss something. Although, if you can't wait for them to be encoded, it usually takes like, I'd say a month or more to get everything encoded and uploaded.
It should go a little quicker than past marathons.
Yeah. But if you can't wait, you can watch them on the Justin TV page because it's all automatically recorded. So
Yeah, but when we do get it encoded, it'll be higher.
yeah, it'll be much higher quality, so it'll be worth it to re-download them. All right, Stephen Stafford, that's Toothache, sent $10, hoping for a chance to win the awesome Zelda prizes. This bid's also going to Cage too because races are neat. So.
Oh yeah, one thing I just heard about Cage too is not only is it a race, not only is it going to be doing a lot of bonus content, but they should also both be destroying the SCA record.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of new strategies. So if you like seeing records being crushed, Kingdom Hearts 2 is going to be quite a good watch.
Yeah, I think the single segment SDA run right now is 452, and I've seen Puexel get around 440.
Oh yeah.
But if you're doing the extra
Spike
content,
Vegeta gets even better times than that.
Vegeta was saying it will be the segmented run.
yeah, but if you donate for the extra content, then you won't be seeing like that run getting beaten directly. But
Well, I mean, it'll
still
up
be
to that point.
yeah.
You'll get to the final level.
You'll be seeing that kind of gameplay that is
Yeah.
up to that level. So
So you get the final world, and then like, oh, by the way, we'll do this now. So
Yeah.
you'll know they were
Because that's
40 minutes
the
away
best.
from whatever we can do.
So one terrible thing about this game is everything is mapped to the R button. So it's really easy to do the wrong thing when you're trying to do. So roll instead of doing whatever you're actually supposed to do. And rolling it goes really far, so knowing when not to roll is important in this game.
Kind of like the A button, I guess, not many times. I used to grab when to jump on top of something.
Yeah, it can be.
yeah, it's pretty silly. So Eric Lee put in $10 again. Thanks for the awesome marathon so far. I'm hoping to see more marathons in the future. Yeah, this does seem to be pretty set on a regular thing we're doing, at least twice a year. So.
Kind of, had a spontaneous streaming marathon this year to raise support for Japan's tsunami victims. But we might do stuff like that in the future if the need arises.
Yeah.
But we'd like to kind of get into a regular schedule doing a winter and summer marathon.
Perhaps an online marathon too, we'll see. I mean, this is, all of them so far, at least the men were just completely blown out our expectations, so.
And what was the initial goal for Japan really? It's like
2000, yeah.
We just
It's so dumb. Alright, it got beaten in like the second game. Yeah. Alright, so Ram Kashat sent another 20. Need to get into running for the LZ prizes, and I guess repeatedly put this towards the puns again. Maybe you can get some love. All right. Well,
Jade's not even awake. So.
Our puns are the main puns.
the name puns.
Oh, okay.
For Going to the Past, which is now on. So puns is now only down by $340.
Logged by like $300.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody dropped $300 on one.
Okay, so this boss, you hit him in the nose, and then his tail opens up, and you just go crazy on him. I think it took me a second to start hitting him, so it looks like this is going to be a 3-cycle instead of a 2-cycle, like it's possible. Yeah.
Alright, so our Link to the Past runner just came in. Rafe. Want to introduce yourself to the camera? It's right over there.
Hi everybody, I'm doing dance.
See, now it's on us.
So here's this game's one unique item, the Gust Jar. It sucks stuff up.
Alright, Phil.
That's about all there is to say about that item.
This Kirby is amazing.
It is.
Yes, all the plushies are amazing. Alright, so Phil Craig put in a lead donation, 1337. Hiya, thank you for choosing a worthy cause and a great organization. There's far too much misinformation and fear around autism, especially concerning the outright fraudulent claims about vaccines. But OR is a beacon of truth and hope. Keep glittering in games of my youth and fighting the good fight. Thank you, Philip. Really appreciate that comment. Alright, so...
Yeah, because I know we did a lot of research into, once we decided to focus on autism, really making sure that this charity was really legit and focused on what we wanted to put money towards.
The uses for the money, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we had kind of, I'm not going to like criticize the charity, but in our first classic game marathon, we kind of had some issues with our charity, and so we've kind of put a lot more work into finding, charities that don't not only support great causes, but just to work with.
Yeah.
And we had a great experience with the Prevent Cancer Foundation. We're probably going to stick with them for the January marathons. And so far, the Organization for Autism Research has been great as well, so we might continue to do this one in the future too.
Yeah, because they even made a PayPal account just for this event, so you can easily get donations into their PayPal account.
Yeah. Okay.
So controlling these leaves sucks. It's a pain in the butt.
Controls are just awkward.
It can be finicky as all get out too. So on this part, I'll do something a little counterintuitive. To get to the boss, you have to go right. I go left because there's a chest with 20 rupees in it. To get past the next part after this dungeon, I need 60 rupees. So I got 20 from the chest at Link's house in the beginning, 20 there, and then I'll get 20 more here in a little bit, so I can get that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. we're not gonna mention that name.
Oh, okay.
Portal Run, no, it's in a portal.
Yeah, Portal
We didn't
Run
play
cut,
Portal.
isn't it?
Portal is not.
It was a triumph.
Let's just say not being able to play the game since I got here showed.
You certainly had Portal, but it wasn't the run.
You saw a lot more portals than usual in the game, so there was that.
It lived up to the name.
That's a feature. Definitely a feature.
So this guy is your typical Jew enemy from every Zelda game ever.
But it too.
Oh, okay.
I need to just play it on top. Anyway, you suck all his goo away, and he gets unbalanced because he's a fatty head, and then you just spam sword. The funny thing is, you can go really fast on that sword swing, but it doesn't actually. The bosses can only take so much damage per like second. So no matter how fast, there's a certain point where mashing fast is just fun instead of actually useful. So
It looks really good.
That's pretty slick. You maximize your chances to get everything possible.
so so.
Once you got the timing just perfect.
But you'll notice like he takes damage. You hear him take damage periodically. Because they cap it at some point for whatever reason.
That's whenever it makes it the slash loading.
Yeah. You're like, and that's when he takes the damage.
Apparently you're a good masher because you're getting the turbo controller compliment.
Yeah. I have practiced. I remember when I was a little kid, I got this Tarzan game for the GameCube, which basically the entire game was you wrestled dudes, and the way you wrestled is you mashed A. And it was really freaking hard, and so I spent like days just mashing A, and I got quite good at it.
Alright, so...
Not from mashing, I may have thrown a controller too against a wall.
So I think with that first dungeon done, now's a good time to show the prizes again. Show what you're donating for. They're, the pearl right there in the triforce.
Back row here.
Yeah. Probably better for Rafe to show.
That is pretty close there.
Yeah, if you could get those plushies off and stand up.
Friends.
Alright, so we have that's a link from the game here. $5 to get in on that, and also $5 to get in on a Minish cap being made by Mercury Zelda right now.
Yeah, those are both specific to this game.
Yeah, and the second prize here is actually a $10 buy-in. It's a glass Triforce made by DW's mom.
That is for both this and the next game.
Yeah, this will be drawn at the end of Link to the Past, but if you donate $10 now, you'll be put in for the Minish cap and this. Remember, you can leave comments on any of your donations for Link to the Past file name. Perhaps get any percent on Link to the Past over 9 cents. Or bring Kingdom Hearts 2 back to try and overtake KH1 once again.
So here's another one of the unique things in Minish Cat. You can do something called fusing pin stones. You get these like half-broken circles, and you can walk up to people that have hearts over their head and fuse half-broken circles with them, and it makes magic things happen. And this hurdy-gurdy man has to teach you about them. Suddenly, the vines are gone. You'll see me fuse skin stones exactly 4 more times in the rest of the game. So that's just how important that is. Here we go to Master Swiftblade.
Is it more important than the Gust Jar from here on out?
Is what?
Do you use it more often than the Gust Jar from here on out?
No, you use Gust Jar more. They actually make use of it throughout the game. But after that first dungeon, pretty much the only time you use Gust Jar is when you're on like lily pads and you have to go around.
I remember that being one of the names from the last marathon.
Yeah, I think it was.
You didn't win, as I recall.
Yeah. But it was definitely a contender at Ocarina.
So just like Majora's Mask, this guard won't let me leave. So I have to show him that I can do a spin attack. And now he thinks that I'm ready to brave the wilds.
Your body is ready.
So I go down here, because I have to come in here, bomb the wall, and then talk to a business scrub to buy a bottle. The most universally useful item in Zelda games.
Let's talk to this guy, hang on.
Only 20, that's
Alright, now let's talk.
So yeah, so that was 20 of the rubies that I needed. I need 40 more to buy the grip ring, which lets me climb up this mountain. that I am at. So see, I get water here because I have to make these vines grow. First, I grab the 20 rupees that I need. There's another Deku scrub in that little bomb on the wall there, and I have no idea what it says. You see me clip through that monster sometimes. When you roll, you're invincible. They can't hurt you while you're in your roll animation. So if you can like time it just right, then you won't get hit at all.
Yeah, I saw you using it against that first Chew boss. Because when you was landing on
So here's another one of those Minish portals that let me become small. And because I haven't used this kind, it makes me watch the stupid animation again. So I have to get this special like hot spring water to make a special green bean seed thing grow later. So I'm grabbing that.
You're gonna be watched. Hi, Mom.
I see what's mom.
Yeah, before I brought a funny hat.
One of the most annoying things in this game is switching items. You can have 2 slots. So you can get rid of the sword, but a lot of times I don't want to because I use the sword all the time. So this part's always a little nerve-wracking because those bats can hit you.
Well, the bats.
Yeah, bats are pretty notorious in most video games. Bats and birds.
See, I rolled at the wrong time there, so that guy hit me, and I rolled a little better, he wouldn't have gotten me. So.
How many did you start?
2.
Yeah, what's the time?
So far you're 27:20.
Yeah, that's better. So here's one of the minimal uses of the gush jar. You'll notice I don't roll or anything near those portals, because again, R is the button for everything, so it will make me grow big a lot of times.
You're suddenly a girl in a
That's what happens.
You can like slowly put this bean in the hole, but if you just fall, it just goes, so it's, you know.
Alright. And this seems to be tradition with Zelda games during their marathons. There are way too many comments to keep up on now. Alright, why are you right now? Matthew Merkel put in $5 for KH2 because races are better than movies. Seems to be a running trend here lately. Adam McDonald sends in 10. Elk from 91.8 the fan here. Still getting my listeners to tune in and encouraging donations. Great cause and sweet prizes. Yeah, thank you again for continuing to plug us on the radio station.
And if you don't have a radio station, you can use your Facebook or Twitter. Or, that's not a blog.
You're like the rest of us and have
Spam where the forums are frequent.
Yeah. Yeah, like anything where you have a group of people you keep in contact with, just go ahead and let them know. Come and watch. Alright, so Deborah Whitehead put in 20. This is Sparta on the chat. I just want to say what a great thing you guys are doing. I really appreciate your goal and hope it helps further autism research. I also want this to go towards KH2. Thank you again. So, alright, KH2 almost is $700. Brian Lovero, I guess, something close to that. Yeah, I suck at European names, I apologize. Alright, name, alias, loving the marathon so far, giving this $5 for KH2 because Wessel took that high like a man. Yes, Pywexel is a pretty great movie for this.
I think we do need.
If you want to see more Pywexel, those
Donate
there's 2 donations coming.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's going to sit out in the
Is
commentary.
there another synchronous in that room?
Right, it should be. That's fine.
Oh.
Fun ones. No, there's not.
Well, I was thinking of that one. So.
So I often hear people refer to the little boulders that fall down in Zelda 1 as granola balls, so you know, we got more of those.
And Link to the Past,
And they're
like Brussels sprouts.
completely random, so I just take the fastest route straight up, and a lot of times I don't get hit, sometimes I get absolutely owned, and no way to know. I'm gonna kinda kill this dude before I do this, just in case. I tend to get dangerously close to dying on a frequent basis. Oh my goodness.
Like right there.
Well, I'm at 3/4 of a heart left, so...
Do those raindrops right here?
Yes. But I have... What? Just as I'm about to say, I've never been hit by one in my life. I get hit by one, so... Apparently you can actually get hit by them.
Marathon luck is real.
Yeah.
Seems they ring.
I wouldn't even mess with that. I mean, unless it's on that right one, I wouldn't even mess with that.
Alright, so another...
That's not.
Well, I guess we should wait until you're close to not dying.
We're not gonna.
What are you gonna practice?
On my Wii, I've got Link to the Past and Super Metroid.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to start taking the rest of the mountain a little slower than I normally would, just because of my life.
Alright, so $12 from Alexander Kushner. The Ezreal cap sounds awesome. Thanks for the entertainment, guys, and for working for a great cause. Also, you should totally put this towards Cage 2 as well. Consider that done. Kevin Kuhn, I don't even know how to pronounce that. I think it's a German name. Hey guys, since I enjoy this marathon so much, this is my 3rd donation. You're really doing an awesome job and I really appreciate it. Keep up the awesome work and good luck for the last few games of this genius marathon. Also, $10 go towards KH2. Greetings from Germany. Alright. Gap is closing on that still. Michael White Fun, here's to 100% Link to the Past. Great job, guys. So, it's a pretty close race going on there. It's Link to the Past 100% has 475 and 80% pretty close with 9 cents.
Just a single
Just a single donation of well, $475 can get the leads.
Yeah.
Alright, Anise Betty, it says, one day I played through this entire game in one day, except for the final boss, thinking I would finish it the next day. Except I found out the next day that my save file got corrupted, so I never finished it. So thanks to Raen for giving some redemption. Alright, $10 from him. Nicholas, what is that character? I've never seen that character in my life. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, Grossman?
Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, that's that.
Okay. Great runs. I especially enjoy the Shadow of the Colossus run. So, that's Opario.
Not everyone was sleeping.
Sitting in the center there.
There were at least 2 people watching.
I'm sorry, I had to sleep at that point. Up like
most people in the house were
27
asleep, but I think we
yeah.
had a lot of viewers. So.
Alright, Elizabeth Zuria put 1167 in. Awesome summer marathon. Everybody's doing a great job. Hopefully donating during a Zelda game will increase my luck for a Zelda game. Also hope to see Cage to make a comeback. Okay, so... Yep.
Another interesting fact about playing this game, you can't just mash R to roll. It'll always delay it a second. You have to time it just right on the shoulder button presses to actually get as many rolls as you want. They don't make mindless button pressing.
How close are we to
except on bosses.
Yeah, when you just spam the sword like crazy. So you're having them remake your super awesome sword. You have to go get these element thingies to make it awesome. So that's pretty much what you do this game. There's a stone thing, that stone thing over the right there that I didn't touch. Is once you get to Ocarina, it lets you like teleport around and go to those little port zones. I only get one, so the whole game I only get one of those. So. Please drop bombs. Yes.
If anyone wants to know, you got 5 bombs.
I'm really glad I got 5 bombs. So you have to ram these guys to flip them over.
I forget, there's another enemy in a previous Zelda.
Leave the past. That hammer.
Wait, why did I open that? Okay, whatever.
Doesn't Link's Awakening of the enemy
I think you yeah. No, that's it. That's the shell before legs.
Yeah. Sends out the stomach, I guess. I like that you can roll up ladders.
Oh yeah, you can roll everywhere.
Here too. I'll get one.
That's all you do in this game is roll.
Roll against squad that.
Nice.
And then Ezra's like, oh man, we shouldn't have done that.
To be fair, I'm gonna say line card. President station.
Yeah.
Yeah, jokes. Yes.
Minecarts have to have, like, apparently invisible rocket engines attached to the back.
Oh, yeah.
That was on pretty flat ground.
Okay, these guys are huge pain. You can suck their masks off with the gust jar. It takes forever. So the better way is just to wait for them to dash. They do huge amounts of damage though if you let them hit you. That's the best I've done that in a while actually. So.
Oh, it's a new Minish pedestal we did in the cutscene.
Yeah, it stops giving you eventually. There's 3 that it gives. It gives the first one you do, the big rock one outside. It does the first one you do on a tree stump. And then also like jars, like big pots in houses can be Minish worlds. And the first time you do that, it makes you watch it as well. It has to do with inside of the, like what it looks when you fall down into the pedestal thing. And it has the same rock background for these ones in here that has So if you haven't guessed yet, this is the obligatory lava level. And yeah, so we get the ice level and the wind level and you know, everything you'd expect.
Someday video game developers will think of original concepts.
Yeah, maybe. So you hit these guys and you can throw them in the holes to kind of plug them up so you can keep going. You'll notice Ezra likes to have you jump into whirlwinds and fly with your hat. Because that makes sense. I guess. So you push this pedestal into the hole so you can open the chest, even though it's obviously you can just reach up. It's all good.
Zelda physics, no question.
Oh, don't do that.
Whoa, whoa.
So I switched the track so I can go elsewhere. These guys drop hearts out. Great. But just not into the level.
We are in that game.
So here's my least favorite mini fight here. These guys, you can't hit them when they go all spiky. So if you drop lots of bombs around, it'll just fall in your face. I used a lot already though, so.
gets nice hits in.
So is it just random without
Yeah,
blocking?
yeah. There's no way to control it, so you just spam. So now I got the cane of Posse, which lets you flip things over, and also if you shoot it into a hole, it lets you launch out of the hole for some reason, because flipping and launching out of holes is the same. So this card that I could use earlier. Yeah, good question. So stairs are fun. They what let me glitch the game out like nothing else later in the game.
Invincibility spikes too.
No, that was just
Good timing.
just barely. Right, I thought I was gonna get hit actually. So
Did you take like more damage or smaller?
no, it's the same. It's not very different when you're small. There's some things like these spike things move when you're big. I'm only gonna get hit by that one just because I'm a little worried about my life totals. So I fly out here and switch.
Yeah, those got definitely an upgrade from the Oracle games.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the Oracle games, I don't know how many people know about like how this game was made, but it's one of the very few Zelda games not made by, you know, Nintendo. This is done by Capcom.
Yeah.
Same team that did the Oracle games, if you played those. And I think they also were the same ones that did Ocarina of Time 3D, but I'm not 100% sure on it.
Didn't they have an in Wind Waker? Am I thinking right?
No, I don't believe so.
Well, they did do, what do you call it, Four Swords. And
Yeah, well they've done, any Four Swords game is there, so the original Four Swords, it was part of the Link to the Past for Game Boy Advance port, and then Four Swords Adventures for GameCube, which is still the only co-op Zelda games. So I just hit those with the cane from here, so I don't have to worry about them when I get back. I'm gonna try something a little nope. We're trying once, but you can make that in one go, but it's really precise. So. Okay, so the very last time I'll get rupees in the game is right here in just a second. You don't need rupees for much at all in a speedrun. But later I have to spend 60 rupees to buy a mushroom to wake up a sleeping dude so he can make me Pegasus boots. So. Yeah. So there's a chest with 100 rupees in just a minute here that I'll grab.
Alright, well, couple donations here, or a few actually. Max Damage sent in $10. Great runs as always, guys. Could resist those Zelda prizes. Keep up good work. Nelson Chung sent $10. Look at these literally pro speedrunners running the most glorious games. Also put it towards Gage too. So yeah.
I approve of that last bit and the first bit, but you know.
All right. Anders Elvin.
You approve.
Send $20. No comment yet.
You can actually skip that last little whirlwind, but it's close, so I like to be careful. I hit this to make this little portal thing to the entrance just because this rock takes so long it doesn't waste any time. So I made it well. So this is King Dodongo. I mean no, it's not. So you shoot his shell with your cane, which hits him in the back. Then you own him.
Oh, wow.
But so you can hear when it goes, that's when it's actually doing damage, so you can go much slower than I do.
But it just looks so
It's
awesome, so
fun,
please don't.
and it's great to hear Link go, like freak out, so I can't even explain like you can.
You have to suffer hearing that yell every time you roll, so you might as well hear it in a comedic setting.
You may as well hear it constantly because it's glorious. So he'll shoot fire and then he'll spin around while he's still invincible. So I have to just wait a second to actually do much.
I'll let you try my shooting arms with it.
Alright.
If anyone's curious, the sounds for Link, I believe, are exactly the same as the Wind Waker ones. They didn't change anything, they just took Wind Waker and threw in the game. So.
A lot of...
Well, it is Capcom, so...
Yeah.
I remember that.
So for some reason he'll shoot fire where I'm not standing, so I'm cool with that.
Oh, you have to wait for a shell to stop moving.
The guy in Hyrule Village who
what the?
teach you sword training.
I should be okay, because you don't need very many more hits on this.
Alright, so you're at 46-36 right now? I didn't know if you kept splits or not, but...
Just a reminder, this is Summer Games Done Quick, and we are raising money for an organization for autism research, so please donate if you are able. The prizes we're giving away during this run, specifically for this game, $5 donations will enter you in a chance to win a actual Minish cap being knit by Mercury Zelda, which is not completed yet, but will be done.
So it takes a long time to get it to talk.
Yeah.
Still working that part out, but we'll get it eventually.
Well,
also,
Minish cap isn't the real term for it.
We have our Link Perler.
In fact, that's not what this game was called in Japan. I don't remember.
So those two prizes are $5 donation.
And then for the entire Zelda block, both this game and the Link to the Past, we have our stained glass Triforce. $10 donations.
Fuse glass.
Fuse glass, I'm sorry. It's glass.
Yeah.
And
That's
really
the important thing,
pretty.
it's glass, it's a Triforce, and it's
It looks delicious.
$10 donations or higher will enter you a chance for that, so...
Put this on my sandwich.
Triforce
Okay, so the
sandwich.
descent down the mountain is significantly easier. Thank you.
Yeah, just try with this guy.
Apparently his mysterious hat.
Yeah.
Sorry. Must be. I'll let you be.
So now I have to go to Hyrule Castle to power up my sword, so...
What?
Just explain what SCA is for anyone that joined on a random friend's suggestion.
Yeah, you should be watching this at speeddemosarchive.com. 2 Ds, one after the E, one before the other E. Here, I'll just type it out in the chat.
It's like,
if you
there
haven't
might be spelling
people watching
things.
this on Just TV, so...
Yeah. So if you randomly came upon this,
So Ezlo's a little worried about meeting the king, except I never talked to him.
So if you like what you see, Speed Demos Archive, if you're not already familiar with it, we are a site that basically hosts high-quality speedruns. We have a large community who help each other out planning the runs and recording them. And if you want to see a lot of great games, not just the ones that we're streaming here today, but literally over 600 games now.
Yeah, about 650.
Yes, feel free to check those out. Click, scroll down a little on the page below the streams, and you'll see the game list. You can check out the videos we have. Maybe you can check out our message boards. Look at what runs are in progress right now, being worked on. Maybe help contribute to one that you know a lot about. Maybe eventually you'll decide you want to try a speedrun of your own. We all started somewhere, just like you, being people who like liked watching speedruns, and then eventually we decided to try it out ourselves.
Yep, and if you like live streams with commentary, right below the game list is a link to the live streams. And that page on other days will probably be full of speedrunners streaming their games and usually have commentary, and you pop in and say hi in the chat, they'll talk with you while running, and you ruin their run.
Yeah. Right now, most of the people who would be streaming are either here or watching this, so
this is another one of the major game mechanics in this game. Those little glowing tiles once you have your 4 sword, although it's called the white sword right now because it only works with 2 of you. It lets you split Link into multiple people. So, being a Capcom game, it's about the 4 swords.
Yeah,
so
4 swords.
this game is the origin story of the 4 sword. So. And despite the other 4 Swords games being multiplayer, they decided to go all in single player and Minish gaps. So. Probably so it'd sell more than 2 copies in the United States. So. Although 4 Swords Adventures is a legit good game. So.
I had one of them. I bought like GBA cables and stuff, and then realized none of my friends had GBA.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing in Japan, everyone's like, oh, we got GBAs, let's do this stuff. And here it's like, I can't even play this game.
I don't know, I thought GBAs sold pretty well here, but yeah, I'm wrong.
So that was Body, and he's a jerk, so.
Like you say, he kind of looks like a cousin.
That was a terrible fight. Yeah, if anyone knows the new big bad for Skyward Sword, Girahim, aka Debbie the Fabulous, he's very similar to Body, so basically, Eslo used to be a Minish, and then his apprentice Body stole his wishing hat and decided to be an evil sorcerer and steal the light force. And then to spite his master, turned him into a hat. Because that was a good idea, I guess.
Hey, have you ever been an evil sorcerer before?
Sometimes you get turned into a hat, sometimes you get turned into a rogue.
Yeah, it's...
An owl, maybe?
Yeah, an owl.
Dogs, owls, frogs.
One of the most interesting things about this game, the Triforce has no mention in it at all. It's completely non-existent. Despite existing all over on the walls and other motifs, like it's never mentioned. It doesn't exist in the game. So.
Right there.
Yeah, it's
Put the Triforce down.
So I go back here now, and because I can split myself, you just charge your sword up, you get this little bar, and you go, and now I can push bigger rocks. That's mostly what that mechanic is used for. Gating future content, basically. Pushing rocks almost exclusively, or switches. It's like his body possessing the king.
Alright, gonna catch up on a few donation comments here. Yusuf Abdul Hamid gave $5. Says an actual Elzo cap? I have to donate into that. Well, has everything but the talking, but I guess it's pretty close. Oh, and charity. Keep up the great work, guys, says Jeff Roll.
Missing the talking is actually probably a blessing, as it appears.
It would be like if we made a
Well, I mean, I know.
that actually said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know
Eslo's pretty bad in that regard.
Text is a...
Yeah,
Okay, so this part's really annoying. You have to go to this swamp and then walk in the water to discover that, okay, you can't do that. So go find out how to do it. You have to do it, or you can't get the item that lets you do it. You have to go here. And it's
that's
obnoxious.
pretty dumb. Okay. Samuel Bateman get $10. Keep the work, good work, guys. Speedrunning all these games, no small feat. Jacob Pogonik gave $10, and Thomas Hughes gave 10, saying you guys are amazing, and I really want that Triforce to have the power, and this for KH2. So KH2 within about $100 here. Won't take many donations to catch it all the way up. If people want to see
Again, I have to watch the
this is the hot one.
Yeah. This is the very last time I have to do this.
Oh, Sam Bivens our carry. Yeah.
So again, a bunch of stuff I have to do just to actually get anywhere. I have to come talk to these guys so they can tell me that I can't get the Pegasus boots unless I wake this guy up. So I have to go buy a mushroom. Because mushrooms wake people up. Yep. It says it's because it smells bad. I would love to know what the Japanese actually says, because we often censor that kind of thing. So now we'll go talk to some of the most random characters. Talon and Malin from... Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Never happened. Okay. That's okay, I can just go a long way around and get bombs.
Okay, we seem to have a request from Brody Lister who donated $25. Hey guys, glad I could catch the marathon real time this time. Have $25. Arrow, please do a little dance. No, dance to Zelda music. What is that?
Turbo dancing. No.
Their bombs are really never gonna drop.
Alright.
Maybe enemy drops one.
No, grass is more likely to drop bombs than those bodies. I just never run out of bombs, so...
I see really native file.
Apparently.
Hey, SD2 is reminding you to buy bombs if you have spare rupees.
That's true.
So.
What did you do?
Sparkle. Is this the... I don't buy stuff at the store, so I don't even know where it is.
You can buy a bigger one.
This game is not like LA. You can't steal stuff.
Oh.
No, you can't murder the shopkeeper.
SD2.
I believe you steal. You go. There's a side quest where you can go in as a Minish when you're small, and you basically steal a bottle from him. And then he's like, and then he finds you, and he's like, "Where'd you get that bottle?" Oh well, I guess you can have it. I didn't really need it. So apparently, breaking into shopkeepers' places, stealing their stuff, and then talking to them is a really good idea. So anyway, here's Talon and Malin, and we'll get to one of my silly pet peeves in this game. Malin sings opponent's song every time you talk to her.
When you said LA, referring to Link's Awakening, I thought for just a minute you were talking about LA Noire, which you can very much steal stuff.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Yeah. So he lost his key to his house and locked himself in, so I went small and got it back for him. And it just so happens that the only way to get to the lake is to walk through his house. So...
How they don't have a ton of foot traffic going through there.
Yeah.
Instead of a toll booth.
An interesting thing about being a Minish, it's been a little while since I played this, but I think all of the animal NPCs in the game, you can actually talk to them with your Minish.
Every animal except cats.
Cats are apparently not
Cats try to kill you, constantly. So yeah, they won't talk to you. If you talk to them, they say meow too. Even though every other animal talks to you. So there's a really nice dog that you talk to later. He's standing in your way, and you have to go small and tell him to get the crap out. So I only just barely had enough extra rupees there. Because I need 60 right here. So anyone who likes Link's Awakening should know this song.
Is this the prize conveyor thing?
Yeah, well, it's used a lot, but...
It's one of the great trees.
I'm really sad they didn't bring the jumping thing back into more Zelda games after that.
The jumping
That's in the
mechanic is
Oracle
in
one.
this game, so
Well, yeah, I guess.
you get the Rock's cape in this game.
That's not in Oracle season connection.
Is it?
You know what else we need to bring back?
It's in Oracle season, so yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. So, which again is the same people, so.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they didn't keep it in, like, 4 swords and stuff.
Yeah,
And keep it in, like, everything else, so.
Now that he's high on mushrooms, he woke up and can make my Pegasus boots.
Of all the music that they remixed in later Zelda games, I'm surprised they haven't brought back the frog song from Link's Awakening.
Hey, Poxnor is a weird guy. He put in $20, but 10 towards Cage 1, 10 towards Cage 2, so everyone feels lost.
Well,
all he's making you do is
charity. It's all about the charity, so we appreciate it. Even though Cage 2 needs to win.
Oh, it was? Oh, wow, I just spent 30. Nice. Cage 1 almost got a huge boost.
So here's a part I hate in this game. It's quite possibly the most confusing area in the game.
But not in any Zelda game. Not by if you've
I don't know, I get
DS
lost
one,
here way more than I get lost in any other game.
Well, you haven't played the DS games a lot. Some of those, like...
So, these guys suck. You have to wait for them to slash you to be able to even get hit in. But you can really only get 1 hit. You can kind of get 2, theoretically, but they bounce back when you hit them, so it's very difficult. It's weird, I usually don't have very much health at this point, so... Anyway, to get to the next part of this area, you have to get 3 of these special golden kinstones that you fuse with these statues. Which is weird in and of itself, but it makes the statues jump up in the air, and then they blow up a rock. So yeah.
Link's just like, if you're really my best friend, destroy that rock.
Yeah, and they're like, okay.
Vandalize it then.
You didn't have to go for it?
No, I just remembered that I have to get the boat first. So yeah, more really annoying leaf sailing here. Quite possibly one of the most finicky and obnoxious mechanics in the game. I go to the left there because it's a guarantee to just go straight past all the obstacles.
You have to like sneak past them.
Again, going that fast doesn't actually do more damage. It's just really fun.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of your button mashing.
I actually don't think it was fast enough.
But see, that's one where if you're still holding up and you come out of there. Get Minish cap.
Alright. You just got the bow with the staple ranged weapon Zelda.
Yeah. You can get the boomerang too, but it's optional and useless. So Nita has an upgrade. You can get the magic boomerang, which is just as useless. Except you have to go through the pain of talking to Tingle and all of his brothers. So it's not worth it. So you notice I can run across the swampy stuff, but when there's the blue water there, you just drown. Because you can't swim. Oh boy, I don't remember. See, that's why I don't usually take my sword off.
You're just so used to mashing the...
Yeah. I'm also having a little trouble switching items because I've been playing this mostly on my DS, which has the start and select buttons on the other side of the control pad. So my right hand keeps going down, hit start, and I'm like, it's not there. Where's start?
Yeah, our grand prize is the 3DS, and if you win it after having played a lot of DS, or DS Lite and DSi, you'll be turning your system off quite a bit at the start because start and select buttons are where or the sword and select on DS Lite is where the power button is on the 3DS.
Like I said, all the screens look exactly the same in this, so it's really easy to not realize where you are.
Yeah, I was thinking we backtracked already.
Whatever. Let's kill him. See, that's weird. When you mash B to shoot the bow, usually it just like spams arrows. But sometimes it'll be like no, and so it'll just pull his bow out and it won't shoot anything, and it'll put it back in. So you kind of just are like, well, that's awesome. Thank you, Link, for that.
Special. I know in Link to the Past, it does it by only allowing a certain number of arrows on the screen at a time. Is it like that?
No, it's purely you have to kind of hold it for a second and let go. And yeah, for some reason this B button is a little weird. It's not worth rolling on this diagonal thing usually, because it doesn't. It slows you down usually.
So, Breakdown just pointed out a fun fact in the chat room. If you count all of our charity events, we've raised over $100,000.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, what are we? 110,000.
Actually, 14,000 last year.
We're actually getting close to 15.
Oh, yeah, we've got French toast.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. You just have to taunt the runners.
I just woke up, so I had some French toast.
Can you grab this?
You,
Actually,
I already ate.
I'll just take a break.
French, there's always room for French toast.
remember those coaching?
I just always have room for food, so I know.
Oh, mass evacuation was fun.
Oh, and they start smiling instead of frowning when you use good stuff to them. It makes them happy.
It's because they made
So now we get to one of the more, like, the first time you play it, you're like, what? Dungeons? When you get to the end of the dungeon, you get to the end, it's supposed to have one of the elements that you're supposed to be getting, but when you get to the end, all you get is Ocarina, and then there's this little stone tablet that's like, yeah, we moved, sorry. And you're like, oh, thanks guys, that's sweet. Eventually you find out they live in the clouds, and you're supposed to climb up the clouds to go meet them, but instead I glitched through people and walls to get there significantly earlier. So yeah, if you think this game's a little boring at first, or the run, it is because it's just like playing the game but fast at first.
There are some.
But after this dungeon, when I get the Ocarina of Winds, it gets much more entertaining. So I go and slash out this grass because I have to go small here. Because as you can see before, these stone guys, they're deactivated and they block the entrance, so you have to go turn them on. And it just makes it way faster to, I usually play that stake too. It makes it way faster to get rid of that grass, so you can actually run through it, because you can't run through it when you're small. Yeah. Now, one of the more annoying things, I skip. You learn a bunch of sword techniques from that Swift Blade guy, but I don't get anything other than Spoon Attack. And one of the things you get from him lets you slash rocks and bush and, you know, pots and stuff and actually break them instead of having to pick them up. Which usually, it doesn't matter. This is the one part where that comes back to haunt you. So, there are these little rock enemies here, you can see, that, you have to, you can usually just hit them with the sword, but, here you have to use, the only way I can do this is getting the Gust Jar and sucking the rock off their head. So you have to kill all the enemies in this area to open that door. So. But that should be the end of that lead up to the dungeon, and now we're actually here, so. Oh yeah, there's one other unique item in this game too, you'll see later. It's actually one of my favorite concepts in this game.
Are you talking?
Those are guaranteed. Those skulls always have hearts, so I always stop and grab the two. Because at this point, I'm usually okay.
Falling down ledges.
apparently. Those guys are just like the ones in Link's the Past. They jump up in the air.
The unique item you're talking about at the moment. I've heard that there may be a similar item in Skyward Sword.
So, I mean, the game wants you to use your bow to hit these guys, but you can really just make them jump, move, and then just beat the crap out of them, so... So you see all this dirt. Later you get mitts that let you roll through them, so... Okay, this room's a little obnoxious. It's a little weird. It's your typical, like, you shoot the eyes with your bow, and that's a good thing, kind of puzzle. But the top door is completely useless. I think it gets you the compass or some crap like that. So
who needs that?
Oh my gosh.
Do those skulls contain runs again?
Yeah, they always. Thankfully, I don't have to fight stuff again. One thing that can really bite you in this game is the rolling. It goes very far, and you have no control after you hit R. And the D-pad on GBAs usually sucks, so rolling the wrong direction happens. Like, I believe the reason I fell off there is I was trying to roll down, and it went right, so... See, rooms like that are the rooms I wish I had my ocarina glitch already, so... Ask of these guys, they can cause big problems for me. So the clones only last for a limited amount of time, as that bar in the corner shows. You can hit R to make them go away. They also, are like invisible, or they're not solid, so they can phase through objects. That makes them almost instantly disappear. So it gets to be a real pain when you have enemies in the area, because if they just touch you, then all your clones disappear. Which is what I do. So now I'm supposed to fall through the hole. And also has to say, did something drop down? I'm not so sure.
After you just...
Yeah, I'm like, I just watched it fall 3 floors. I know it's there. I'm gonna grab you again. So basically, you do that same thing where you go up to the top of an area and get it to drop a key. You do that. Oh, I'm gonna hit, yeah. You do that twice, then the next area, you use both the keys to go through the doors. There's some really fun stuff that I get to do with just skipping like 3 or 4 keys in a dungeon later. It's just really awesome. Those skulls are obnoxious. These guys are equally so, if not more so. You notice there always are 4 tiles. They always put 4 tiles just in case you can make more clones for some reason. Because you can't make clones unless you make all the clones available to you. So once you have more, you have to make all of them. Even if you don't actually need them. So you have to actually touch them before they'll animate. It's not like a proximity thing. You actually have to touch the sprite with links.
So this guy asked you saw that one drop too?
Did he just fall down?
I don't think he had the comments on that one. Yeah. It's always fun torturing Link.
Oh, it's not like he takes fall damage.
Yeah, it's true. In a 2D game with fall damage would be quite the 2D game.
Well, side scroll, a lot of side scroll.
Well, sure. But I mean,
I'm thinking of Terraria.
Yeah. Okay, I don't like actually killing that guy, so I just damage split to him. These eyes are timed, so like if you don't shoot them fast enough, the other one will open. This dungeon's the first time you'll see floor masters and ceiling masters in the game. So the floor masters are particularly obnoxious in this game. You'll notice one of the weird things: if you slash his sword, almost always you'll miss. You slash his shield, and it always does damage. So. Here's one where I normally, I say that as I get hit, but I normally would clip through them, but I'm low enough off of it. You notice sometimes I'll like drop bombs early and throw them just because it makes so I can run with the bomb and speed's going down, which is just faster. I only do it sometimes because the positioning of the throw is usually a big pain. You can throw way off base and then waste the bomb, so sometimes it's easier to just walk up to it. You can hold this longer so the platform stays longer, but it's not needed at all. It starts to disappear there. Okay, so here's one of the most obnoxious rooms. I have to fight 3 floor masters, and for those who don't know what floor masters are, they're enemies that in every Zelda game, if you get caught by them, they drag you to the beginning of the dungeon. They don't like do damage to you, they just throw you back to the beginning, which is a huge pain. So.
For most people, they're probably one of the most terrifying parts of any Zelda.
Particularly in Ocarina of Time. I remember as a little kid, I wouldn't play the Shadow Temple. I never got past the Shadow Temple, ever, because there were ceiling masters in there, and I was not going in that dungeon. I think I was like 15 by the time I actually beat that game. So here, it's another one of the switch buttons. You need to get this key. I have to open this door, but going in there, there's nothing I can do. But killing those floor masters gave me a string pedestal, which will lead me to the next part of this. I'll just go ahead and do the item I need right now. For some reason, they didn't want you to go the direct way, so they put skulls in there. Even though it does nothing but just make it take longer.
You were close on that.
Yeah, that was close. So that chest over there, you saw has the boss key. I'll be there for a second.
Now we get to see the moments.
So there's a fast way to do this, and there's a safe way. I'm taking the safe way just because of my life. You can go just straight through and get hit by enemies, which is faster, but I just don't want to take the damage. One of my weaknesses in this game is I take excess damage way too often. I have to play a little more cautious to mitigate that. So I'll just run around those guys. Again, here's another one where you can't get past the enemies, so you just have to go as fast as what?
Those guys always have
marathons where things happen that never have happened before.
Do you have 3 keys in your inventory?
No, it's 0.
Kind of hard to read.
How do you solve them? So I think I will actually let one of these guys grab me, because I need to go back to the beginning anyway.
Convenience.
Wall masters help for once.
It's like having your own magic mirror in the form of a disembodied hand. You can't do all sorts of fun glitches with this.
I'll just push this. I can guarantee I'm going to get it.
There's some sitting on the back of the.
So anyone who's played Wind Waker knows this boss. He exists in Wind Waker.
Oh yeah, is this the guy?
But the fight is completely different.
Back of the computer case.
More plates.
Oh, there's more plates.
Back of the computer case.
Oh, how'd that get down there? Whatever, I'll
This boss is really,
That's a really bad place to
obnoxious.
put it. Ish.
How I clipped through that hand.
You have to shoot.
The worst thing about this room is every pot, everything you kill, everything in the game, in this fight, drops arrows, and that's it. There's no hearts in the whole fight, so you go in with that in mind. And then you have to waste all this time getting bigger, and about half the time, the fist will be sitting there ready to hit you the second you come out of that portal. So... this is actually going really well so far. Oh, yeah. Then I have to hit R0 to roll.
If you don't attack
So
him,
here's comes one of my least favorite parts because you have to switch items in the middle of the fight. You go to these things. Okay, that was perfect. There's 6 of them, and you can't tell which one you hit. So it's a random. It's completely random. So you just hope that you can find the right one. That was absolutely perfect. Finding the first one that I look at as the one at damage is very, very uncommon. So once this is the very last phase, this is the last time I have to fight to do anything, so it's over. And I missed his most obnoxious attack pattern. He didn't go into it quickly. Where he shoots his beam at you that does damage and makes you small. So you'll see I don't even like dig to it. I just dig near enough to it that I would be hitting it, and then I swing. And this time I just so happens what? Oh no, it's this one.
is your arm close enough? Oh well.
Alright, good job. Alright, just gonna go over a few donation counts before we show the prizes again. Matthew Bryan put in $10. It's really cool to see what you guys are doing. My screen name is Matt23488. I guess I'm donating for Winter Pass. I think I'll count that as a sympathy donation for any percent. Which has now broken the $1 mark. Has a fighting chance.
So anyway, yeah, that entire trip to that dungeon got me nothing but the ocarina, which normally you'd be disappointed about. But since the ocarina is the gateway to glitch galore, we are more excited about that than disappointed. Now I just noticed I wasted probably about 10 seconds. There's one of the teleport stones for the ocarina. It's located in the town, which is the only one I actually get, and I didn't get it, so I have to run there now.
Alright, so Aaron Ritter comes back though, $25. 100% link to the past needs a little more insurance, it's boosted.
Because it's totally in danger of being overtaken. I don't know, maybe there's a high roller up there.
Yeah. Alright, Mike89, Mike McKenzie, put in $3, no comment yet. Now, one thing to remind you of, all donations are going to the Organization for Autism Research, and if you donate $5 or more during the game, you got a prize over the show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have this Perler for a link from Minish Cat. You can see that.
Yeah.
If you think he looks familiar other than from Minish Cat, it's because they just use the exact same graphics for all the Fourth Earth games. So.
Yeah. So,
we also have a actual knitted Minish cap or mysterious hat, whatever it's called.
$5 will get you into that as well.
It's not here though; it's still being worked on.
Oh no, okay.
And then for $10 donations during this game or during Link to the Past, we have the Glass Triforce. It's very high quality, very nice.
And it looks like an orange creamsicle.
So here's probably the longest side quest in the game, and it's you're getting library books for a librarian. And that's the whole thing. So for some reason, flipping pots over makes them Minish portals instead of pots.
For the past couple of days or so, Raen here has explained to me the woes of trying to get through this side quest without completely messing up.
I won't forget because he's mentioning it, but what you do is you always go small, and the books are always on a high shelf, and you knock them down on the floor, and you can't pick them up unless you go big. And I will frequently knock them down and be like, okay, I got the book, run back to the library, and then go, oh wait, I didn't actually go pick it up. The best part is you don't even have to actually talk to the lady. She's all like, she'll tell you, oh hey, you should go get these books. Because the reason is I have to talk to a Minish that lives on that shelf, but the books that let you climb up to the shelf aren't there. So, anyway. So this lady has a book, but if you talk to her, she's like, oh yeah, I have that, but I don't know where it is, and I'm too busy talking to my boyfriend. So, have fun.
People in this town are quite lazy.
Oh yeah.
It always seems like...
So you can see here's a cat, and cats hate you. No problem, you attack me on
Zelda games, and even a lot of Nintendo games, there's always a female NPC who is just obsessed with having a boyfriend, basically. I think Pokemon is one of the most notable examples.
This game is a little disappointing in its NPCs. There aren't very many that are that interesting. I don't get to have any fun with disco dancing grave guys.
If you do a perfect impression of
if anybody has played, well, most people here have. If you play Wind Waker, you get the Sun Song, or the derivative thereof, by talking to this disco guy, who he does this dance, and it's the most amazing dance ever. But the dance is not what's awesome, it's his voice. Because he likes to go, pow! All the time, so.
Yeah.
So, I have to go... Are you kidding me? See, that's when random path... Again. That's when random pathfinding is the worst. Later, there's this dog that blocks your path you talk to and can move out of your way. But by move out of your way, it means he gains a random movement pattern. So he can just stand in front of the gate, again, just forever, and not move. Because he just has a random pattern, so you don't know. So for some reason, no one cares that you just pop out of these things.
There's stuff that you can do when you don't know it's wrong.
And you're like, oh, I didn't do it right. And so you start wondering.
So yeah, this guy is a scholar, and you talk to him, and he's all like, yeah, I have a book, but I don't know where it is, and I'm too busy reading to do anything about it. Anyone who's played Majora's Mask should recognize those guys. They're more based off of Majora's Mask than the Ocarina of Time guys. I eventually go up the chimney, but to initiate the next part, you have to talk to this guy. If you don't talk to him, then the path is blocked. This game does that a lot, which is really obnoxious. Basically the problem is I need to get into that guy's attic, which is where the book is, but I have to be able to push the bookcase, which is, 20 times my size. So, I have to go get the power bracelets. It just happens to have to go through a maze of cats. Ow.
I suppose that's creative, maze of cats.
It's such an arbitrary thing, though.
They're trying to make it obvious that you're small. they do that a lot.
I look at it and it likes me, but it doesn't like me. So.
Okay, these guys are quite obnoxious. If you can get them locked in a corner, then they just insta-die. If you don't, which you almost never can get them actually stuck in the corner, then it doesn't work so well.
You should grab that heart.
I'm okay. I've got almost 3 hearts, which is enough.
Hey.
It's so easy.
Just come to visit.
I was sitting on the couch yesterday, and Sleece comes up to me and like lays her head on my shoulder, and you got it.
Ahem. Maybe you should have grabbed that part.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
He's too busy being distracted by the small child.
That's what I get for talking. No, it doesn't matter. It'll just bring me here.
Okay, you don't have to go through the
And I have everything. I have the power bracelets, so I just go back here. Although, dang it, I forgot to talk to the dog to make him move, so I have to go straight again. That lady doesn't stand in my door.
It's called a death ward.
Yeah, that was a purposeful death ward.
I mean, the Zelda 2 in the first marathon had a death ward.
I actually do death ward once on purpose, so it does happen.
When is that?
It's during the single biggest craziness in the game. So now Link's buff and he can push gigantic dressers. Theoretically, he's so small that he can't be seen by the human eye. So, however that works.
Just see this like bookcase moving.
Yeah, it's like, what? So anyway, here's another one of these stretched uses of the... After you get the Gust Jar, the first dungeon, after that, it's like they're just straining to find uses for it. It's like, well, we made this thing, we should probably use it. So you have to get the extra weight to knock that down. So you knock it down, then you go get big, and you don't go to the library, you pick up a book.
Talk to the dog.
Oh god, yeah.
Alright, so Mike McKenzie's comment was, this money comes out of the money I'm still being paid despite not being at work right now. I thought it was going to put us over the donation goal, but I suck at reading. We are very close to it.
Had I not touched the dog, it would
about
only take a couple more
$50.
seconds to get past that.
I'm sorry, $400.
You almost forgot, didn't you?
Yeah, if it weren't for Duckfist here, I would have left the book there after ranting about it.
Alright, Jason Flynn sent in 2222. Keep up the awesome work, or awesome game, guys. Put this towards punch for a Link to the Past. I don't want that name falling too far behind. Okay.
Oh, it's actually a secret pun.
The next one.
He typoed.
Oh.
Looks like a typo on 2, but he.
Gotcha. That's adorable.
Yeah.
Sorry, is it?
That won't take too much effort. Alright. Yeah.
This is one part where it's actually worth, you do so much running, it's actually worth putting on the Pegasus boots.
Alright, so Tim Wheeler sent in 10. Hey guys, thank you so much for doing this again. I'm hoping I can be a part of the next marathon, but for now I'll just donate. Looking forward to the KH run if I'm not working during that time. Yeah, which KH?
You might just mean KH in general.
Yeah, if you meant to specify that for something, go ahead and message Uranium Maker, and
or send in another donation. That works.
Yeah,
too.
send like a cheap donation, like $1 or something. Just say that what you want it towards.
Or just $20 or something.
Or you know,
Just
your
go hog
child or your car, you know.
Or you could just really be a cool guy and put in like 500 for 80% on Link to the Past.
No, you gotta put it on KH2. We need some KH2.
We do need some love for that one.
So I have to, there we go, I did it.
Alright, and Eric
very easy
Gleiser puts in 10 for the KH2 to see a race. So.
Now this is the absolutely, I'm not gonna forget this one because it's the worst one. Because right after you leave here, you just use the ocarina to fly back. And I had before used the ocarina to fly back, and then gone, oh, I left the book in the house. Sweet. This part we'll see what happens. Some enemies spawn, and whether they hit me or not is, yeah, it is. But you spawn back on the leaf, so.
Don't forget the book.
Thank you. This is the mayor's cabin, and you talk to him, and he's too lazy to get the book.
He's gotta have some serious late fees on that thing.
Oh yeah, that's why this lady's pissed. You have to remember. once you get her all the books, she tells you you are now her favorite person in the world.
So
That's more than a little creepy.
That was totally Warp Whistle from Mario 3 and anything else. Yeah.
Or it's the ocarina from
Zelda 2.
Zelda 2.
Oh, okay.
Or it's in a lot of Zeldas.
The intro to Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, it's in a lot of them. So
Mario 3 is like my knee-jerk reaction. I ever made that time. Same thing was used to in Zelda games.
Yeah, so
it was already
Mario
established at
actually
this point.
Zelda, so.
Why are these not?
Oh, Nintendo.
They're supposed to stay flicked. That death for some reason unflicked everything.
Well, the fact about the Mario and the Zelda games is that song clearly means they're in the same universe.
Because that totally makes sense.
So for some reason, it just happens that the 3 books that were checked out are the ones that have the climbable bindings.
Partially
So,
down.
you know.
There's 3 diaries.
And then for some reason, this Minish decided to hollow out a book and live in it.
And no one's noticed yet.
And not only that,
It just shows how
he
smart
built a trapdoor that takes you to the sewers.
It's an escape.
And remember, he's on the top shelf of the bookshelf. That means he dug all the way down.
Yeah, he's on the second floor. It's
Tons of books just to get.
The guy's dedicated.
Yeah, it's intense.
That is one paranoid Minish.
Oh, poor crap.
Alright, Adam Dunn, who is
I hate
probably
this
the
fight
next
coming
room
up, by
over
the
there.
way. I'm gonna see if I can get some points.
Oh, there.
Oh, a fairy. Dang it, I wish I would put in a bottle. Okay, these guys, they shoot their mandibles at you, and then you throw them in the face. So. They're a huge pain. Because sometimes you can hit them when they have their mandibles, but as best I can tell, like, the hitbox is just went, like, totally off the wall. There's no consistent way to do it.
Alright.
So now I get the flippers, so Link doesn't drown anymore.
Boomer Coinger defeated.
Yeah.
Alright, so Adam Dunn next door put in $20 in for plushies per orders, making KHC more competitive and supporting autism research.
all very noble causes.
Yes. $20 in her suit for the win from Dustin Hammond. So that puts it within about $65 of each other. Pretty close considering that Kingdom Hearts 1 has had like a 500 and like a couple 100 drops on it.
Okay, now we get to have a lot of fun with glitches. This next dungeon, I skip almost the entire dungeon. So...
Do you need to save first in case the game...
not for the first part. The first part... What am I doing? I started trying to get A to swim fast before I was in the water. So, the whole point of that was just so we could get over here to the temple. Oh my goodness. That's when mashing takes too long. So this is the next dungeon. It's not just a regular shrinking stone. You have to go into the dungeon. Here's the ice dungeon. So we have forest, we got fire, we got ice now. And one thing I hate about Minish Cap is its ice physics are just the worst things in the entire world.
I don't think we're too surprised about that.
Yeah.
When are ice physics ever good, though?
But these ones are particularly bad. Because they constantly have puzzles where you have to push things on ice. And you cannot line yourself up. You'll slide around the block over and over again.
Lovely.
You'll hold down and it will just slide you around instead of actually like pushing the block. So one thing I do later is I skip the biggest block sliding puzzle in the game by glitching, so I don't have to worry about that. So I opened that window so we could melt the ice there. Which it melts the ice block but not the floor.
Not the floor, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay, let me explain this glitch. If you hit up and A at the same time, see how I clipped into that stairway? If you hit up and the ocarina button at the exact same time, right on the edge of a stair, it'll clip back in, and you notice it freezes everything. And then what it makes it do is it makes it so my vertical position can't be changed. So the walls will still block me here because they're you know, they would normally block me. But I can't fall. I can't fall because my vertical position can't change. So, well, it can't go down, but it can go up. So if I walk up here, I've now gone to the next level. Bam.
That's awesome.
How long does that persist for?
It really depends on the situation. So right there, it disappeared. But there are times when you'll do that exact same thing, and it will last like forever. It's also, I'm very careful with it. In the final dungeon, you can use it to do some crazy sequence breaking, but I almost always freeze the game. By the way, that door usually has to go through a bunch of things to get a key, but I took a key from that top room that you're not intended to have at this point, so I just skipped a huge chunk of the dungeon. But yeah, I probably won't do this stuff in Dark Hyrule Castle with the Ocarina Glitch, because if you make the wrong moves, one thing the Ocarina Glitch does often is disables your menu, and then if you go into a wall, like if you go on a transition screen and end up in a wall that's not under you, you'll get stuck in the wall. You can't move, you can't hit start, you can't do anything. You're just screwed. It's over at that point. You have to restart. So,
if you save before you go into the dungeon, would you be willing to try it for a donation goal?
I could try the first part. There's like kind of two phases for that particular area, and I know how to do the beginning, not so much the...
Okay, well we can try and show it off.
The big problem there is by that point you have Rock's Cape, which lets you jump. And there's the transition you have to make. You have to jump into the transition screen with the Ocarina Glitch active. And if it doesn't, like if you land too early or if you don't jump on time, what the heck, grab? If you do it too early, he'll just get stuck in that wall, and then it's, you know. It's right at the beginning.
SD2 says you can equip the Rockscape and jump out of it.
Oh, okay.
So...
You can do that then.
Yeah, give it a try then.
Let's start it.
Want to push 100 or 50? Is it like really hard, or is it just like...
The first one's not that hard, no. So, it can be low, like 50.
Okay, we can put 50 then.
The second part, I just don't remember the route well enough to do.
So that's definite now.
Because you have to like jump over closed doors and stuff, and I just don't have... Okay, here's the next glitch that I do. I probably will miss it the first time, but I might hit it. So what you do is you build up momentum here, you run, you hit this switch to lower that gate, and then the thief will go through.
Ordinarily you have to do this huge block puzzle.
But you have to do a big block puzzle.
To lower that gate.
That guy's gonna hit me. Oh, no.
Nice!
By the way, I believe SD2 is the one that has the run on the SDA, and he's better than me. So just as a note.
Seems to be back already, so I don't know. I don't know if the stream went down just now, but my
slight hiccup with anything.
Yeah, my internet just.
Alright, so Tim Wheeler meant KH1, and we're his alternative to.
Okay, now I have even more fun with mandibles. The second guy was throwing that at me. Yeah, but when they have their mandibles, they instantly turn around and block you when you hit them. So unfortunately, you could skip right to the boss right now. I could just go right to the boss. But the problem is, you have to, there's a lantern item you get here. Completely useless. Use it once, and it's to beat the boss here. And you cannot beat the boss without it. So I have to waste a bunch of time.
So if you go to the boss right now, it's just...
I have to go get the, yeah, if I went to the boss, you just can't beat him. It's physically impossible. I could do it, but it just wouldn't be very productive. I grab the hearts there, usually when I come here, just in case. I'm taking a lot less damage than I usually do, thankfully. So, yeah, so I have to go through here. I fight a more difficult version of the boss from the first dungeon to get the... well, let's see if I can... Nope, you saw me. If you can get past them, you can sneak into this. Oh, you can sneak into that earlier. But I took long enough fighting him that it already had gone around, so...
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. That was like Kirby, huh?
Yeah.
Hi.
So this one's blue and electric, so... And you can't like suck up his goo while he's electrified, except in the very first seconds of the fight. So you'll see me take the chunk out of him like right away, and then you'll also see me take a ton of purposeful damage on this guy. It's because after this, I kill myself on purpose to save ward, or you know, death ward. So I don't care about getting hit so much. Let's see how fast I go.
You got power that, refresh that.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the same stuff.
So again, like I can get him for the first few seconds, even though he's electrified.
After that,
For whatever reason, even though you're not supposed to be able to. Well, I guess I don't know. Whatever.
Next time, just
my question is, where does all the goo go after these happen?
No space.
Just the element stuff.
I don't normally do that, but it's kind of fun showboating. So you can see, I'm just gonna let myself get hit when he jumps. That is the last time I let myself get hit. I say that, and then I almost get hit, so...
Is that it?
Yep.
Alright.
It's always 3 cycles and then next. So I get the item that I use once. And then... What?
You roll it to the wall.
Sadly, it only takes a quarter of a heart on the falls, so... sadly for this, usually I like that. Normally you just hit continue instead of save on this part to go faster. Since there's a possibility of me getting stuck on walls.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah. So, even though that door is still closed, I can just warp in here. For another ocarina glitch. It's very hard to hit because it's literally up and the ocarina button at the exact same second. It has to be exact. So,
that is so much fun to see.
I forgot to grab the Pegasus boots, but that's okay. Going into the menu can freak things out sometimes. Like, I could just Pegasus boots my way across this whole room, usually. Then it will go like black circle right there. Then you come over here. This is one of those weird cases where I have to play the ocarina to get rid of the glitch so I can jump down. Otherwise he'll do like a little jump and then go right back where he was, so just port back to where he was standing. So, being a glitch is really wiggy sometimes. This also drives me crazy because they decide not to mirror the sprite for the Switch. So I just try to go at it from the left side even though it's mirrored from the other side, so you have to do it. Or it's not mirrored, so you have to do it from the right. So here we get the stone and we're all like, oh sweet! But then...
Dumb Octorok.
Then this dumb Octorok guy decides, hey look, an element, I'll suck it up my nose hole.
What a jerk.
Nose hole. Or is it his mouth?
It may function as both.
No idea.
Nice.
That shouldn't be enough. I get hit pretty much. I hate this fight with Bastion, so it could go awfully. So he shoots. This first part's really easy. He just shoots rocks at you. You slash it back in his face, and for some reason that makes him get all cold and icy. So okay, he'll do that the first time, and I roll around, and oh crap! Because I turned on my lamp while I was going, it slowed me down. Anyway, you light him on fire.
And you think it would be helpful to thaw him out,
But nope, he does not like being on fire, which I can understand. I've never been on fire, but well, maybe that's not true. I don't know.
Maybe one of those Boy Scout camps.
Now he starts sucking up like air, and if he does that, he'll pull you into his nose and then launch you at a wall, which I believe, I'm not entirely certain. I believe it mixes up his pattern a little bit with when he shoots rocks and stuff, as well as doing damage to you, which is keeping. I think he should stop it. Why did I turn around?
Don't I remember? I'm pretty sure there was a story.
Yeah, I see.
Where you were at a camp out once, and you had your foot up next to the campfire, and it caught your foot on
Yeah,
fire.
I melted my boot. We don't need stories about me being stupid.
What else?
So this one's nice because you can just burn his tail right away. You don't have to do any rolling around it or anything. Now his pattern gets far more obnoxious. And I'm not very good at predicting what he's going to do, so he should try to suck me up and then shoot a rock. No, see? Shoot a rock. I've never seen him shoot that many rocks in a row, ever. And I just slash all those times. He'd be dead.
Maybe he doesn't shoot as much as this.
Oh, see, there he goes. He usually goes to that really quickly. That's my biggest problem with this boss, is I've yet to find why he does what in his pattern. I don't get it. It's really quite random. This is actually one of the best patterns I've gotten from him. The problem is I didn't expect all the rocks at the beginning, so I wasn't ready to... I have to hit him with one more rock, I think, and he just dies. I don't have to do anything else. The problem is if he sucks... There we go.
Alright.
And like every Zelda enemy, he explodes.
Okay,
I
so
guess he froze too much and then exploded.
So getting to some donation comments, Eric Hitt says, sends in 1009, says, no any percent, I see you trying to creep up on 100%. Get $500 down where you belong. Great MC run so far. Alright, so yeah, it's exactly a $500 deficit for any percent now. And Harry Johnson, the hostess here, put this towards KH2, $20. So about $60 gap now between the two games.
Okay, Mario, do it.
And got the prize to show?
So this guy wants you to come find him. This old king of Hyrule wants you to come find him in a place called Royal Valley, where you get this kinstone, which lets you fuse kinstones with this entrance to this waterfall, and then you climb up the waterfall, and then you go to the clouds, and you climb the clouds, and you get to the Sky City to get the next dungeon. I won't do any of that. That entire huge chunk of the game is not part of this playthrough,
So, just a reminder, guys, all your donations are going to the Organization for Autism Research. Donations during this run of $5 or more will earn you a chance to win the Link Hurler that's being held up in front of the camera right now, as well as a actual knit Minish cap that Mercury is still working on for us, so we can't show it yet. In addition to that, $10 donations or more during this run and A Link to the Past will enter you in a chance to win the awesome glass Triforce that DW's mom made. So get those donations in, maybe put them towards one of our last few bidding wars we got going on, and let's break this record. We're really close, and we want to, or rather, break our goal so we can maybe increase it even higher.
Yeah, and don't forget, $50 gets glitching in the final dungeon. If you like seeing the Ocarina glitch and want to see even more of it.
So, if people notice, because the king is possessed by a body, he doesn't let you in the castle, so you have to sneak in. Which Zelda games themselves don't mix. The developers need to learn that. But I thought everyone learned from Forsaken Fortress and Wind Waker that it's horrible.
Speaking of Zelda, your $10 donations will also enter you a chance to win our grand prize, which is a new 3DS and a copy of Ocarina of Time 3D. Yeah, I'm so tired.
Yeah, I got 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, you didn't sleep at all. Between, like,
I slept, but just not very much.
I got maybe 2 hours at most.
I think a lot of us are running on.
Yeah, that was cool.
I got some that sacrificed the entire night long.
I think I've gotten more sleep in the last 3 nights than I did for the entirety of Awesome Games Done Quick, so...
Yeah. I don't know, I'm about on par with what I did for that.
Okay, so normally I have to go through a bunch of dungeons and crap, but no, I'm gonna go to a school.
Rief is Rief. He's not on camera right now, though.
Yeah. Brief popped in a few times before.
He's been on camera. He's
Yeah.
not on now.
So here's the only time I get a kidstone other than that the statues. I get that, then I use the ocarina to just teleport right down to the side of this building. It's way faster than running through the building. Then I talked to this foreigner guy. He doesn't say where he's from, but he's from the sky people who are supposed to be these hidden people in the sky. When you fuse kinstones with him, it makes a portal that takes you up there. Straight up to the like Sky City place. I don't know if it has a name. So now, normally you have to do a bunch of stuff to be able to fly up to the Sky Temple place. But doing it this way, this teleporter takes you up to the little town place. And there's some side quests that you can do, like, you can get, I think this is how you get the light arrows, some other stuff. But normally those people are blocking your way. The Ocarina glitch, they are not blocking your way. Someday I'll be able to get this one. Although if you see the current SDA run, it actually does the same thing because it's such an inconsistent trick. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to be a little bit of a pansy here. I have a really hard time with this dungeon, so...
So you just skipped going...
So I just skipped huge chunks of the game. Just monster chunks. Thankfully we're not currently monster chunks. But these guys... one of the most annoying enemies.
Doesn't look like you can dance like this.
You can with the bow, so if I shoot him...
So,
I need to do that.
Yeah.
Just the P-head.
It's not.
This part, who knows? Yeah, okay, with him on the bridge, this could be really bad. Okay, sweet. If they stomp on your clones, or you, they instantly gone. And you have to run back. That did not happen. Control pads are really squishy. I guess that would be faster if it didn't make me just stand there. Just for insurance in a live setting, I'm not gonna do too much damage boosting, skipping through things due to damage. I hate this. I get hurt a lot by these guys. That's what we call trying to button mash and hitting the wrong direction. The wrong button. That was perfect. I believe where they spawn is random. Those two spawning right next to each other was freaking sweet. So. That's when this part, their stuff does so much damage, and it's really hard to just hide from them. Nice. And we get Rock's cape. It's like Rock's feather, but a cape. That's all there to say about it.
I like how you jump the time with the music.
I was doing it on purpose, but works for me. Those bombs I've never quite understood because you just go over them. So, you're supposed to use the multiplier thing here to come down and hit all these. It's faster to just drop a bomb and then do that. You can just flip these guys with the cane posse. Oh my gosh. But I think it's easier to just ramp. Oh my god. That wind stuff pushes you and you don't want it to, except when you're doing that. So.
Then it pushes you up against the wall. Put on your iron boots.
Yeah.
Alright, SD2 gave you props on that last part.
Oh, thank you. I can't say I've done it that well before, so. These will look familiar if you played any Mario. Had I done that a little faster, I could have maybe gotten on that platform, but it's really hard. I almost never am there fast enough. First pass.
What are you, cat?
One of the crud. My guys phased through a couple of things. Yeah, barely. These crows are the most. I hate them.
They're birds.
They're birds that kill you.
They're birds in a video game.
Yeah, I'm still 12.
I have to give props to SD2. Basically everything I know about this game is for me to run on SDA, so. Their animation of spinning when you do that hits all switches. Just, now we get to this part. My memorization skills are not the best. I frequently butcher this puzzle, so. There we go.
Sure memorized a lot of things you had to do up to this point.
It's true. problem is you can't, unlike unlike when you're big, you can't
Drop
damage, like, you can't use your, you can't use your instability frames to slide through that part there. I don't necessarily need to do this. Now for me, we're at the fight that I'm terrible at. Oh no, almost. I've been missing that jump a lot recently. So you're Locky Toots. From Zelda for some reason. One interesting thing here, they give you 3 clouds, you need 2 to make that jump. And this one gives you 4 and you only need 3. So. Okay, I think now here's the fight that is basically the reason that I got the fairies in the first place.
This part?
Yeah. They just do huge amounts of damage. They hit you and it's just...
Nice.
That was perfect, so... I'm doing a Brascentia thing here. I'm like, oh, I can't do this is crap. And then I do, well, I guess I should keep saying that.
Andrew G. Fu is freaking strong.
As we know, we only have 3 clones, so... Sometimes parts drop, so I just grab these just in case. Now there's this fight, which I'm also really bad at, so because of that. It's the same wizard guides from before, but they freeze you.
That was really annoying.
This is one long dungeon? Yeah, that's the thing.
This is the longest dungeon in the game, so... and it's not a good thing. I hate this dungeon. So. I'm actually a little worried I'm gonna get killed here, so... yeah. But I have a fairy. I totally forgot that I had a fairy. Yeah, fairies don't heal much in this game. One of the worst things about it. I will probably, I'll get a warp tile to go back to the entrance in a minute. I will most likely go grab a fairy. Dark Knight time. Let's see if I can. No, it's not gonna happen. Let's do it straight. You can knock him off the edge and it just kills him. So.
Wait a second. His sword and shield are switching hands every time he turns.
Yep, it's called sprite mirroring.
They still do that in this age?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know that that's the reason that Link was
this fight's so much longer when I don't knock him off the...
Wow.
As I said, I'm just being careful here. It wastes huge amounts of time to die, so it's not worth risking. That's the wrong one.
Don't press A when you solve the model.
You do have to fall there, but not right. And then you make this. What? He's never been there before. Okay, here's another. This is the harder of the two. Again, I'm just gonna drop a bomb. Fall in a hole. Sometimes you'll just miss that for some reason. So, of course, I'm skipping all the whirlwinds that you're supposed to be doing here. So.
We'll just start with the
Is this your pepper? Nope.
We'll start with the
I think this might be mine.
More Form Masters, the most stressful enemies in our mind.
You have to kill them in order to...
No, but you're gonna get grabbed if you try to pull that switch.
It's just water.
It's just gonna happen. And then you go all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah.
This is where, oh what?
This dungeon is longer than a lot of the games you've played in the marathon.
Yeah. And there's no good skips. You can jump over these guys with your cape. I fail at it enough though that it's faster for me to just run through the maze. That's wonderful. As you can see, when you do that, it hits that switch and closes the door. So.
Jump over them now.
Yeah. Because from that side, it's much easier. Oh, I died. This off chat. I was about to say I died this low of health a lot of times on this part.
That was pretty clutch.
Yeah, that was that heart dropped, and I'm like, yeah.
You're at the boss level? Yep.
I can't believe how long that dungeon is even a speedrun. It's just ridiculous.
It's
throw them spells.
I'm gonna get hearts just because most are dead. So
It's good to know tonight.
this boss fight, I might hate more than the Octorok, and I really hate the Octorok. So bosses in this game are just terrible. That's one of the worst things about this game. I mean, body's not bad, but that time it's great, but it gets much worse. Now it gets bad because that blue guy starts shooting these little like bubble things. Oh crap! I hit the wrong thing. Let's see if I can still hit it. No, it's not. If they touch a clone, it's gone. So it gets worse. It's gonna switch patterns. Oh, so you mean the pattern I accidentally got before? That's. I just let myself get hit. It's not worth it.
Once all of its eyes are open like that, you can still
yeah. I'm not sure whether you do more with your clone or not. I'm pretty sure you do. Now it's obnoxious.
Oh yeah.
But that's not at all bad. It's this last phase of him, where I think you still get the bubbles and get the green dudes. Or you get him coming in and owning them.
Which one is it?
I have no idea. There we go.
Oh!
I got a fairy. I have a fairy. So I got it. They're not as awesome in this game as they should be.
Oops.
Yeah, see, you can't, like, I couldn't move. That was, you just get hit with it. He's gonna change, I might just...
No.
Yeah, like I said.
Let's hope that it's one on the...
Oh,
yeah, it's the same pattern, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Literally full now.
Is that it? There's still more?
You have to kill him. This blue guy.
You gotta make the boss as long as the dungeon.
Blue guy? What is he?
It's the same boss. They're two parts of the same whole. So. Although, is there one more? There might be. No, there's not one more. It's okay, good.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what? No, crap. I forgot there's one more. This is the worst one, too.
Doesn't seem that bad.
But, okay. So.
Nice. Alright. That's my favorite.
I like how you just say that it's the worst.
Never my least practice part, that's...
Alright. So I gotta catch up on some donation comments now. Sieta Shaw put in $10 for KH2 and hopefully win the Triforce. Alright, so KH2 still creeping up. Daniel Cavisto put in 20, says no comment, that's cute. Elizabeth Combs, that's Rizu in the chat, put in $10. Seeing all these glitches for Minish Cap is pretty awesome. You guys are doing great work and you should be proud. Put $5 for his final dungeon glitches. Okay, so that's $45 left in order to do that.
Well, I'm there.
Yeah, he's there. So if you want to have that happen, you have to have it happen like right now.
I have to go back to the sanctuary place and get my sword powered up to become the full Pad 4 sword. So and then we watch a long unskippable cutscene, and then it's the end of the dungeon. So.
The other 5 went towards KH2.
Again, I have to do the exact same stuff.
You want to see just as glitchy a dungeon as everything else, and donate. Kyle Joyce put in 15, putting it towards Cage 2. It says for Trunk and Dusty to say the Critters and Super Metroid also, but we'll start that bid when the game starts. And you also have a chance to win a Metroid plushie then.
Link's a Past next Metroid.
Yeah. Alright, so, then Adrian Perez put in $10, no comment yet.
Yeah.
Christopher McQuarrie, but for $20.
Enemies, like, pretty good.
Alex Merchant put in $3, and Aaron Hodge put in 15.
Alright, where are we at time-wise?
219. Actually, 220.
Yeah, we're at 220?
Yeah.
It's not that bad. I'm pretty happy with that.
Alright.
Just so people know, the record's like 225 or something, so I'm a little behind him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Isn't there like a 213 or something like that?
I'm pretty sure it's 25. I don't remember. I could be wrong.
Well, schedule estimate is 250.
Yeah, so I gave myself a big problem.
Anyway, so the call for Adrian Perez was
92 laser beams.
Great Marathon, keep promoting skillful playing philanthropy. I wish I had more money so I could contribute more, but hopefully a small amount can help improve the quality of someone's life out there. Alright, and since this game's coming to an end pretty soon also, we may not have the final glitchy dungeon, but we still have the prizes to give away at the end of this.
So, exact same as the opening cutscene, except it has one more slide.
That's special.
Yeah.
So, during cutscene, $5 donations during the last few minutes of this run will earn you a chance to win the Minish Cap Link Sprite Perler, as well as a actual knitted Minish Cap, or Mysterious Cap, whatever it's called, that's still being worked on by Mercury Zelda. And $10 donations during this run, as well as the next run, A Link to the Past, will enter you a chance to win the Glass Triforce.
So $10 to get in and drawing for like all those prizes at once. If you want.
So we find out that Zelda has the golden light within her, and Body's like, "Oh sweet, that's the answer," and you're like, "Oh man, this is like Ocarina of Time all over again." We just told the bad guy what to do. And then he just like shoots you, and you're like, huh? Whoa!
Like the SGDQ website is down.
Game over. Yeah, it is.
SGDQ
site's down, IRC's down. The stream's still up. So as long as I don't refresh, they're okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Whatever you
make
do,
sure
refresh.
Tell everybody, don't refresh.
Do not refresh the page ever.
So we got intense music, which obviously means something horrible's happened.
You do have a really awesome sword.
No, the Force Sword is sweet. It's huge. It's like...
It's like a huge sword.
Yeah, it's the...
That's awesome.
How can a huge sword not be awesome?
Yeah, like a Final Fantasy. So, yeah, everything's dark and creepy. That's not good.
I haven't over.
But when you shoot laser beams at dudes, they get unfrozen, so that's cool.
I wish all lasers
They're finally bringing in the lasers in a 3D Zelda game with Skyward Sword as well. So I'm probably gonna butcher this dungeon because I'm really, really bad and I do not remember it all this shit. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try this glitch here anyway because I think I can do it. And it would speed it up a lot. Ugh. Hey, my butt's on fire. You don't really have to go down the stairs, but it's harder to position yourself in front of the stairs at the right angle if you don't. Because if you just go down and up, you start as close to the door as you can be. So.
Attack you.
I see, if I freeze it up. You can see it was a fraction of a second. He went in, did the glitch, and then slid down the stairs. Sometimes I get it first try, sometimes it takes me, there we go.
You walk through the fire?
No. It's on the same plane as you. Remember, all it does is it makes so you can't move down. You can't have a downward height adjustment, so anything on your level is on your level. But you can see here, I'm on an upper level, so now I can run through everything. So here's where you can get stuck. There we go.
I guess you do. Can rock escape out of it.
Yeah, I didn't know you could rock escape out of it, so that's very good.
Props to ST2 for telling us that.
He is the runner of this
Yeah.
game, so you can see right through a log door. Okay, so there's a lot more you can do from here on. I just don't remember the sequence well enough to do it, so I'm just gonna play straight in. But you have to go.
That's tiny.
So your clones died.
So in the SGDQ run, he right around here, he'll do an arena glitch that's coming up. Clip through a bunch of things. Let's see if I can do this part. Yeah, I will apologize. I'm very rusty on this dungeon.
Maybe you didn't get that big chest. Let's continue.
Okay, compass or oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I went backwards.
Okay, you can still pass through the locked door.
You jump over it.
Cage 2 fan should be happy. Naram Chop put in $30 for it, so now it's only by 24 cents.
Yes.
I am a happy man.
You heard what happened this morning, right, Jay?
Yeah.
$500 drops on Cage 1.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
are
why
you kidding me?
was talking about.
Wait, someone dropped $500 on me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like corporate versus local. All case one.
Someone we
Huge
hate,
chunks of money.
obviously.
Because
It's like everyone that wants Cage 1 is rich.
Yeah, it's like what?
Or someone who actually worked on the game or something.
You're like, I love that game. I really thought I did a good job with it.
Elevated to Austin.
Do you not do a spin attack to...
No, I needed to. I was.
It's just one of those.
I was going for your game I'm not tired.
I don't believe you have to keep it.
Maybe it's that's the only one left.
One bomb.
Why?
Quick, ice the chat.
Bottom left, they say.
Oh shit! I dropped the bomb.
Then you can pick them one. Well, you're gonna have to pick up part of the bots.
Well, this is awesome. Oh, marathon luck. just gonna say, yeah. This is missile hunting all over.
I blame myself. I didn't practice this dungeon as much as I practiced this game. So. And because I was going back and forth between doing the glitch and not doing the glitch, I didn't.
Oh, could you do the glitch anywhere though?
I just don't remember. Why?
The skeletons
I thought they were going to drop anything.
I don't need rupees.
Use your rupees to buy some bombs.
Oh wait, I'm at the you can't turn back pockets.
Yeah. This is awful.
I thought it was dead on the estimate, but
Sir, so there's no staircase anywhere? Like,
not nearby.
He's like literally stuck in here unless he gets a bomb.
Well, give me a second. I'm gonna.
The sound was there too.
Do enemies have higher drop rates than bots or anything?
I don't believe so. It's just, at this point, it's like I'm just trying to find variety to skill.
Hey Ron,
so,
we have a request to make the font bigger on the little donation stream since it's not the annual page anymore.
I'm trying to find one of the pots.
What's different than the pots that you were grinding with?
I don't know. They just.
should be good now?
Is everything still on screen?
Not quite. Other than donation, let's walk in.
It's like the stuff on
Being cut off.
Oh, being cut off, right. I'll just... Okay, Ryder, you are disqualified from terms of the past names. You have $1.
It's like we're not even bothering
You're
anymore.
getting cut off.
Oh.
That's good.
Seriously, I've almost. Why did I forget that? I'm not so mad at the pods as I'm mad at that bomb almost.
Can these pots even drop bombs?
Yeah, I got him. The first pot I threw.
Yeah, well, while you're farming, your donation came in.
This is not supposed to be a grinding run. It's
Yeah.
not Final Fantasy.
Kevin Tung came in with a $5 donation. Awesome job, guys. Keep it up. I've been watching from work and from home pretty much all night. Also, put this $5 towards KH1. It's back with the lead.
Just gonna go back and forth.
Yep, pretty much.
Ask SD2 to post the screen transition order. I know where you start and initialize the glitch. I don't remember which directions I go.
Actually, he's messaging you right now, so I'm sure he's trying to help you out.
Because I know where I initialize it. I'll just go there.
Okay. Oh, just exit and re-enter the pots? Is that what you're saying?
I think he's trying to execute.
Oh, then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I know where I do it, so
I was looking at the order of screens.
I do it.
Yeah, I mean, you probably heard him ask, so.
Do it right here.
Yeah, he was saying re-enter dungeon for pop-up or something.
I think he just meant like that door at the top is opening when we're
Oh wait, crap.
Did you just freeze the game?
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, I have bombs.
Did I save?
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
And now you have bombs.
Yay, sparkle. I saved earlier, so. Okay. Just have to do what? See, the thing there, I could have gotten out of that probably by jumping around with the cape, but you can't get in the menu.
Alright, yeah, so he says it's hard to explain, but...
Yeah, that's the problem with it. It's... Oh my gosh.
Seems like with this particular majority,
Yeah,
which is
I get everything else nice. That song, I can't tell you how many times I've listened to it.
Okay, so he says the route is as follows. After the first key, glitch with left staircase, go back to the stairs where you have to split the reflect balls at the statues, climb up the stairs, then go down 2 screens. Then exit right just north of the southeast set of stairs. Are you gonna remember that, or we'll just keep it on hand in case?
Yeah, just keep it on hand, yeah.
You're not going up there?
What? No, I'm doing the glitch.
You're definitely
Left stairs.
Is there a key?
Great. Okay, what? After the stairs?
Okay, go back to the stairs where you have to split the reflect balls at the statues. Climb up them, then go down 2 screens.
It's to
it's
your
not
right,
right.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's to the right.
If it's the one I'm thinking. Oh, you're on a different level.
I'm on
Wait,
a level.
you can't get up.
Did you deactivate the glitch?
No, I'm still running on walls. Hold on,
Oh wait, if it's on the same level of that wall, shouldn't you go just
I
like...
think it's... No. I'm just gonna play this. Okay, it's alright, I have bombs now.
You may want to just restart since you'll have more health in your at the same place.
It's fine. My lack of practice on this dungeon show.
Well, he's just being nice and giving you more time to donate for the prizes.
Yeah. I'm doing this on purpose.
James Rodriguez asks, hey Rom Scott, fell asleep before Birth by Sleep, can you tell me what happened? No, I actually had to go to sleep then too. Who was around?
I was.
Okay.
Everyone actually.
Yeah.
And then they took a nap and then they were back up.
Then everyone went to sleep for Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes. There were 2 people in the room for the majority of Shadow of the Colossus.
I think Aftermath was in here,
Yep,
right?
Aftermath and me.
So I think you might be asking, like, did we reach those donation goals for the extra stuff?
We did. We ended up combining them, and then we got some clutch donations right at the end.
Okay.
And even with blindfolded and a couple of deaths in the Coliseum, she got like less than a minute off of her personal best time. And then she did some extra hard bosses, and
did she beat? I went to sleep before she did Mysterious Figure.
No, she tried it, and J-Man tried it, and Axel tried it, and none of them managed to beat
that's
it.
what I was.
In fact, I don't think any of them brought down even one of his health points.
Mysterious.
Wait, that's not my sword button. I have to go screen transition. Wow. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, the website's back too, apparently. That's good.
Your F5 button is no longer off limits.
I'm not getting the website now, so don't do that. Okay, maybe it is. Alright, website. Oh, yeah, it's back now. Okay.
Hello, guys. Sorry.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Hope you don't need more bombs.
So were these a set, or did they get...
They were a set.
You get one.
Hope you like having the Victoria. Alright, so just a reminder, we are getting very close to the end, so if you want the Perler, or the Minish cap, the Elzo rather, Ezzo, whatever his name is, then you gotta donate $5 or more, like, right now.
Yeah, Triforce is for both games.
Yeah, so you can donate $10 or more if you want in for the Triforce also. That's being given away at the end of Link to the Past, though. Also, if you want any percent for some reason on Link to the Past, you have a huge amount of money just sitting around. Or if you want to see both an 80% and a 100% rate, you can donate exactly $500 right now.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a tie.
Oh, it's happening.
You got some sense. We're having a sense battle around here. We could add to the ending.
Why is it not?
Well, it needs like, what, like 50,000 cents? Yeah, it needs 50,000 cents.
Pretty annoying.
Okay.
Do you want 80%?
Oh, yeah.
You want me to link that?
Let's throw our name.
Throw on name, which one? That's a head by a wall. So.
It doesn't seem like we have enough.
Do you remember what's going on FC?
FC? Okay. So, Reef just donated $10 to sorry, what was it? 171 then?
Yeah.
Okay. FC, so it's $300 away from Lunk, so if you want a Link to the Past file name, you gotta go hardcore on that right now too.
Yeah, you got like maybe 5-10 minutes. I don't know how much longer it is.
Well, the final boss rush is big, so. As you fight gigantic waves of Dark Knights, and then 3-phase body fight.
What are time estimates for KH1 and 2? Well, you got about 6.5 hours for KH1 because of all the cutscenes. And KH2, you can go anywhere from like 4.5 to 5.5, depending on whether you donate for all the extra worlds and stuff.
That's 5 people.
Yeah, it would be 2
Which
people.
would be a total of 10 hours.
10.
See, we're banging.
Yeah, they're offering to do a lot of extra content for the Kingdom Hearts 2 run, including maybe fighting Sephiroth.
I heard they really wanted to do it.
Aaron Pope was
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're all excited for Atlantica. I don't get it.
I'm psyched for Atlantica. Come on.
Hey, were you around enough for all the bad
You can't deny that you want to have some Finny fun.
I can deny it.
Someone should donate money to go towards the Super Metro 100% race? Well, that's happening regardless of what you donate, so.
You can donate to show your support for it, but it's gonna happen either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you donate now, for $10 you get entered in a lot of prize drawings.
Oh no. What is this?
Okay, so here we are with these guys again. Sometimes sometimes they'll like start throwing it at you, and
This
then
guy.
when you throw it. Go
Oh,
ahead.
really?
Can you please throw it?
I didn't add it up. Yeah.
Can you throw?
There you go.
Okay.
This is horrible.
Basically, it's done.
Can you shoot him? You got plenty of
I
arrows.
added up. I don't want to focus.
What the?
Okay. So while we're talking about these Zelda file names,
Can't get you.
people who are watching the right stream that want KH2, you're gonna be sad.
What happened?
What happened?
So there's a $277 donation from Kenneth Roos.
Might get KH2 in a different form.
Think that puts us over. Put 276 to KH1 and 1 to 80% when contest.
And also, with that donation, that brings us over
Yeah, it should.
15,000.
I think that does. Yeah.
Okay, cool, but
I mean, that's definitely wrong.
So it's gonna be KH1 now?
Well,
Unless you
still
donate,
have
we still have a couple games.
2 hours, yeah.
Pox door.
It should put us over.
Yeah, I believe that was the donation.
I
Put us over
just
the
wanted
total.
to find
That happens to me a lot, and
No, I think it's something else.
Alright. I know that's wrong.
that's me.
He's had quite a few donations.
Okay, we have a bunch of other huge donations coming in, but not comments yet.
What is
There you
the
go. Don't find the place.
time right now?
246.
If I'm not in the final boss rush by 3, I'll probably just drop it. Since that bomb luck was so bad.
I don't know. I think you should finish it.
I just don't want to get way behind.
Yeah, that was the fun. Okay, so
Dang it, I have to.
actually, that's amazing. Yeah, how much of this came just from Kenneth Roos? $877 of the KH1 thing came from Kenneth Roos.
So pretty much a new Poxnor, all towards Kingdom Hearts 1.
For me, it's a new Frederick Gibson, but
Yeah.
Acid Rock's
Trying to
cape.
figure out something?
You can do it without it, but I'm no SD. I'm no.
And I have a feeling if it gets close again, $500 for
Yeah, beat the rest of the game to a pulp.
Oh, and then Boxman also donated $1,200 because essentially beat the.
that's right.
6
hours
hours
wasn't
money
it?
for these.
He
beat like
Vanitas remnant, or was it
630 or something like that.
I forget exactly what the number
Yeah,
is.
but it was like it was like $100 per minute or something.
But it was like if she beat the current run, he was gonna donate some money, and then if she beat the current run by a certain amount, he was gonna donate more money.
Yeah.
And she beat like it
Like
was
right on it too. It was like right on it.
No, she was still like at least 11 minutes ahead,
Oh.
even with the power outage and the death and having all the naming delays. Yeah, she still managed to beat the target by like 11 minutes.
That's when he did 100 per minute or something like that.
No, it was I guess if he said if she gets under whatever number it was, he'll donate an additional $600 something.
Yeah, okay,
I don't know what the numbers were off the top of my head though.
I'd be impressed if you did, but.
It's 600 something. I forget exactly. I think it ended up being 1236. No, it's not updating. I don't know why not.
Well, I mean, it's gotta be.
Okay, now, okay, you're alright. So, we are at $15,305.
My hand, so I just have to sloss.
Alright, so we met our first goal.
So what becomes of it?
Maybe 20,000.
20? Sure.
Do it.
Yeah. If you guys want
We'd
KH2
be
to win,
very
we're pretty much
happy
gonna
if
be
we were
hitting
proven that
20.
Thank you to everyone who's donated. I mean, this is all going to a great cause. You know, it's $15,000 can go a long way towards treating this illness that affects so many people. But we can always do better. So we still got a lot of high-profile games to come. A lot of great prizes we're giving away. So you know, if you're still thinking about donating, not sure, you know, why not drop a donation, get a chance to win a 3DS, tell your friends, get them to watch the stream, just do anything you can to, you know, reach more people so we can, you know, help the organization for autism research.
From when I had activated before, the saves. Finally.
Oh, man. But you've got a lot more health this time.
How much good that does make.
Not very much.
Yes. See, why couldn't it go as well last time? Last time I couldn't even get them to throw.
It took like a minute straight for either.
They would not throw their weapons.
Yeah.
And see, I would have got a port there too. That's what really was really frustrating because I knew that was the warp.
Yeah, this taught us anything, it's that even the best of runs can be killed by marathon luck.
Well, just to say, it's not just marathon luck.
Yeah.
This dungeon was not cracked as much as it should have been, so...
Bomb drops are marathon luck.
Okay.
Well, bomb drops are marathon luck.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, $10 from Eric Stickney for the KH2 race.
What?
$10 is a good start.
Yeah. Puts it over 900.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, so
Bombs drop bombs when they die. That's interesting.
the bidding war for Kingdom Hearts has raised over $2,000. That's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
That was as disappointing as the outcome is. That was a very good thing.
Well, the outcome's not done yet.
I still got like
Is
6
KH2
hours.
not that blown out?
Well, Michael Leakin just donated 100 to the KH1 or 2 race rather.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's over 1,000 itself.
We're only applauding people who donate for
From now on, anyone who donates for page 1, we're gonna be like,
We love all of you, but it's
Justin
just...
Baudur put in another 10 for KH2 race.
Yeah.
Alright.
regardless of whichever game.
75 from Zero for the KH2 race. So that puts it at 1,096 to 1,172. It's not even that big of a gap anymore. Thanks for your awesome runs. It's always fun to watch games I love get taken apart. That's $50 from David Kasperks. And Paw, I guess that's just a character I didn't render. Seismic, I'm sorry that we didn't get the last part of your first name.
His name is so foreign even the computer can't display it correctly.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm
he's
sorry.
playing too much.
So $20, and I pay because I like Nick Yuma.
Man, I really
This
got
type
good
Mike
bad.
Miyama runs the Metal Slug.
Really
That's
good.
why I wanted to give greetings. Hey,
Wait,
Paul,
that's-
Marvel, and Poe. Zero gave
Wait,
another
check
300,
my
and let's see, that just
Wait,
went
check my
over
levels
to
are
KH2.
Whoa, hey, with that.
KH2 might be in the lead again.
Yeah. Okay,
try
so...
harder than that, high rollers.
Alright, yeah, okay. So Zero donated another 300 to the KH2 run, so it's now actually like a $200 bet.
Oh my god, this is really funny, guys.
Alright,
I think it's great.
and another 10 from Kevin Rolls. Toy boat, also KH2.
Yeah.
Alright, so now it is over $1,400 for KH2.
Wow, what the...
What was with that sword ring?
That was retarded.
So KH2 just got like $500+ in like a second.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's one other time you need to use the lantern.
I really
With a
like
giant
this
fire
series.
wheel.
They just said it was $2,000.
Oh no.
No! It went out, but it counted it anyway. And now I'm about some fire. By the way, I've seen a lot of people quit playing this game at this part. Because you fight... Oh hey, I just happened to get the right one there. That's cool. You have to fight a huge amount of Dark Knights, just over and over and over and over.
You still have to activate.
So this part you have to get a bunch of keys so you can push a block to get into the boss room. This is where you can skip straight to here with the glitch.
You might have to set it higher than 20,000 pretty soon. Yeah, with the cold.
With this Kingdom Hearts stuff.
Yeah. especially if who was it? Yeah, I mean we can't can the roots or whatever. Let's some more. No, let's put it at 20 for now.
Yeah, it's at 20. And as usual, color-coded strength.
These guys are so fashionable.
Yeah. What color they are determines how strong they are. As the game so often do. No, it's set.
25.
You have 2 rooms where there's 2 white ones in there, which are the easiest to lose. And there's red. There's also the black ones, which are the hardest.
We need that game in every marathon.
Cheese bomb?
Oh, okay, so Zero in the chat there, that's Loich. You can thank them for basically pushing KH2 over to KH1 right now if you're a fan.
No, I don't think you can because it's spin attack.
I think you can do it, it's just hard. Okay, I don't even remember the shape.
Ever since it was mentioned, I can't unsee that their swords switch hands.
What? These things are dumb because you have to do all kinds of crap to make the formations.
I'm not sure if it's going to work.
Whoa, they burned the
How did, oh, it burned the thing.
Yeah, no,
alright.
Just have to time it down the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be down the middle, definitely.
I was positioned wrong, so I thought I might be able to show myself.
You got this.
Do you know which game Mike Spike Vegeta wants to play? KH2? Because I don't even think he's pulled out KH1 since he's been here. So.
No, he's like, he does not want to play that game. That's all he talks about. He will play it.
If he has to.
Oh,
But you
wait,
have to ask
what
for
am I
it
doing?
nicely with lots of money.
Have a key?
Yeah, you need 4? Yeah, 4 keys.
Okay, here's something from the chat. If FC wins, there are 21 artists planning to draw sharks and 1 donator offering a few games. However, it will take some effort at this point. Yeah, it looks like a $300 gap there. So if anyone is interested in what was just said there, then you can put it towards FC.
Kingdom Hearts 1.
No, FC, the Link to the Past Project.
To the past project, yeah.
Oh, okay. And what's the result if it wins?
Apparently, there are 21 artists planning to draw sharks and 1 donator offering a few games. I assume these are all prizes they're offering them.
I like sharks. Sharks are good.
Yeah.
Can we have nuns punching sharks? I'm much for that.
What?
Have you ever seen it? Just search for nuns. There's a deviant art drawing of a nun punching a shark just right in the face.
That might be the best
It's like my favorite picture in the world. I was playing it reckless because I had to bury that too. I was all freak. I love these puzzles so much.
That's nice.
Yeah, I messed it up. I can see. I know where I did it too.
Yeah, nice.
I realized right after I took the wrong one. I'm like, yeah, that's. So one of these guys is real, one's fake. So you just have to kill the real one.
Where are the other 2?
Okay, 3 are fake. I can't count. Not my fault. Well, okay, but it's my fault.
The other 2 are kind of
for a while.
I slept for 2 hours in the last over 24. It's,
We're living off caffeine.
no, I did. I drank. I don't usually drink caffeine because it makes me go really off the wall. But
You're asking if you can donate for cutscenes in KH1 or 2. Well, KH1 has
there's
a lot
no
of
options.
options. Yeah.
Donations for KH1 are donations
KH2, the
for
runners haven't been playing the games with like the cutscenes in forever, so you'd have to like specify very specifically where it is and if you want it. But I suppose you could
do that.
as long as there are like 2.
Okay, one more red guy, and then I I've had a ring
You
with
probably
like
have
3
to ask
black
them.
ones.
That must have been why they were
Yeah,
donating.
we won't check with Fuexel and Spec Vegeta if they're okay with that too.
And then can we voice act those?
That's where it's always up for voice
actions
acting,
of the
so it's
game
like
It's when I grab this last key, it's the end boss.
Okay.
It's
Looking for
rare.
hearts. Why I hate hands.
Do you die if you get here? Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually gonna.
You may want to even die on purpose.
No.
No.
Watch.
No?
Watch.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good point.
I will have to.
You're still going power?
What? Yeah. Wait. Okay, I took the wrong turn. Just a sec.
At some point we should like grab the camera and show everybody the chords in front of us.
It's not nearly as bad as it was at the Winter Marathon.
It's still a wasteland consoles.
Okay, you know what?
Miles and miles of
Okay.
It's on free stuff? Or just dying on that list? You just did save it.
I hit down twice and it didn't go down.
So can you just go straight to the end boss now?
Yeah. I just have to grab one more key. What I'm doing here is grabbing fairies.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have to do the glitch one more time.
How many minutes do you think it's gonna take?
Yeah, 10, 15?
Yeah, we might have to cut it short then.
Yes.
We're quite a bit over estimate now,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But the glitches were a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
The show just, obviously that last dungeon just kind of ruined things a little, but... so... Yeah, we can...
Such a refreshing sound.
Yeah, we'll let you, try with a little bit here to get to the end.
You can make it.
Yeah, well, and if you die once again, though, I'm afraid we'll have to
I'm
cut it.
fine with that. I'm kind of bad at myself anyway, so.
Yeah.
You have missed the Kingdom Hearts.
2005. What happened? $2,578.26.
Between the two games, we had about like $1,000 just in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, somebody dropped.
Wow.
Somebody dropped 300 on KH1, and then like 5 other people dropped about $500 total on Kingdom Hearts.
So, I think
Wow.
what's happening is people want KH1 because it comes with the cutscenes.
So they know what's going on, so
Yeah.
cutscene of a story.
And that's why they were asking if they could donate.
That's
for
the
cutscenes.
wrong
Yeah, they asked
idea.
if they could donate for cutscenes in KH2.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they totally can. Because we have 6.5 hours allotted. That's the max Kingdom Hearts 1.
I think none of us really remember these cutscenes very well.
Yeah, so you need to really specify what
You
you
need to
want.
tell us exactly where these cutscenes are. But
Someone asked us for an the Eris cutscene last night. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know,
Is she in that game? That's sweet. I thought she died.
spoilers, donation amount, so that you get like a combined total of so much.
It's like, quick, shut off your brain before you get a memory right now.
Dude, that's 2,500 out of 15,000. That's ridiculous.
That's Demon Rush levels.
Wow, that's wow.
Alright, Kyle Halverson put in 15, looks like no comments left. Deborah Whitehead put in 20 for Cage 2. Of course, the great cause you guys are raising money for. Congratulations on breaking your goal. Thank you.
Kyle Halverson, recognize that.
So do I.
Oh, that was 15. No, that's 20.
Are you done on the final boss?
What?
Dude, that's 26.
Some guy choose more.
I'm so happy to be involved in this.
I'm part of this, but I'm part of the 5 thing.
Wow.
You go down faster.
We've done good tonight. We've done good this weekend.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we are getting right back to the end here, so yeah.
How much did they raise in the winter?
It was like 53,000. Yeah, it's
No, we're not.
But it was a much longer marathon.
Yeah. I mean, probably about
twice as
double
long.
length.
Although that wasn't really
Yeah. It is nearly double the length of this marathon. Some of it was.
Apparently, if all the marathons in the future are just bidding wars, then you guys are gonna make $500,000 every time.
Just have every game on the schedule be a choice between 2 games.
Yeah. 2 like very very high profile games.
Right, games that like. I feel like half of this is just people debating whether Kingdom Hearts 1 is a better game.
So we could donate to Blaster 2.
Yeah.
There's not enough money in the world for that.
What are some like debates? Name in 2 or 3.
This is
Stuff like that, because I think that's what half this is coming from.
I'm not kidding too. I'm sure.
No, Kingdom Hearts 1's a better game. Kingdom Hearts 2's a better game.
I'm not kidding too. I mean,
you don't have to fight.
You wanted to let you get Blaster or torture him with Blaster 2.
Man, we found a formula that works.
I guess that's
Since
true.
the Disney Sora games doing good.
Don't really
Okay, Andres Svensson sent $1. Shout out from Sweden. Keep up good work. Ed with the $1 on Ryger on LTP, just like that name. Okay, it's not wasted, but it's like
Okay, I kill these 3 dark heads and then it's over, and then I fight 10 boss. So.
Dude, Link to the Past got $11 for any percent.
Yeah.
Why?
People were a little tired of it being, 9 cents.
I wanted to say sub 1. I wanted to cut the 1.
Oh, you didn't hear it clapping?
Oh, is that what? I assumed Minish Cap was beat. Sorry.
Yeah, it broke $1 or something.
How much is 100%?
510.
But it's still anyone's
It's a
game.
pretty
I mean, this
popular
isn't a sure thing.
So a couple reminders here as this comes to a
They
close.
still donate for 100%.
Yeah, as this comes to a close, remember if you haven't donated yet,
We don't want someone to snipe it with any percent.
if you haven't donated yet during this game, $5 or more will put you in the drawing for the Brewer of Minish Cap Link, and also for the Minish Cap knitted by Mercury Zelda. And you can put those also towards Link to the Past file names that's coming up immediately. Apparently, if FC comes back and wins that, it's about 300 down right now. There are some other prizes that are being donated by members of the chat. I guess
If they hit you,
wanted
just
FC to
bump
win.
into you, you don't die. They shove you with their shield, so you can afford them to
One
bump
of
you.
them was like some games, they didn't specify which games, but apparently they're drawing sharks, so. Like sharks.
Sharks are always a good thing.
Yes.
Except when they're.
Once it's down to 2, it's easy. But
Or when they're being
3,
punched by
it's
nuns, apparently.
mind blowing.
Unless you're trying to talk all the time, apparently.
Okay.
So now it's end boss time.
Serious
Good
time?
luck.
Not really.
It's like the dark.
Not serious time. We should call for non-serious time.
Sax time.
Wouldn't you just call that Castle Crashers time?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it Kingdom 1's Heart.
Basically, it's whenever
Heart.
Kingdom 1's
Time.
higher. Kingdom 1's higher.
Certain time.
So now as is every boss, he has to transform into a proportionally different human being from everyone else.
With a giant eyeball.
Throw the lantern at him. 3 hours later, it's still
Oh my gosh. Get back your eyeballs. What?
Galaxy 2, FS6, Chrono Trigger.
Mine didn't make much. Mine didn't make $300.
What was yours?
Julius Mode versus Selma.
Yeah, I don't think game of Castlevania.
I think it's mainly like game versus game. I think like that's such, because that's like all half the game.
See, the thing is, for like most people want to see more of the game if they can, so they would usually go.
Yeah,
I think if they would
running
those the right ones, like they were selling like a classic Castlevania game for new game hard, then that would be pretty possible. Because
now he starts
new game
teleporting everywhere.
faster, but I don't because I've been running through.
How many different menus are also into the past file?
So
When
new game hard, I actually have to like plan out.
now we get to use
What was the
ghost
winner?
right now. Dude, to rip the shadowy shell off of his eyeballs.
But also be long range. I think it'd be.
Only actually need to get filler.
You got anything on
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, it is a tree.
Yeah, it's kind of long.
He's a true.
There's a lot of games. Although, having those bidding wars between games is a good way to get more games.
As of right now, someone's asking about FF7.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
run by the Wexel and Rain.
But some guys just have to be willing to do
We have a fairy left, right?
Yeah, I've got a fairy.
okay.
Ow. Hey, if I die, it's just done, so.
Yeah.
This fight has gone really badly, so. It's funny because it's not a hard fight.
Well, it just means more time to donate for a percent.
Let's say with that $500 donation, guys.
It would be
$500 puts it up to $1.
Somebody should snipe that.
Be terrible for this guy.
100%.
$500 for $5 in.
Yeah, but it's $500.
No, there's two more ones. Two more phases.
Do you get more hearts in these?
I believe so, but it'll be interesting.
I don't see any.
Careful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, you can take out
These
those
give you
things
hearts.
on occasion.
Well, they're supposed to.
If they like it.
Oh, there you go.
Give me the heart.
So the way this works, you shoot his eyeballs, and they'll be in a specific pattern. So you can see there, I got blue, so that's not what I need. So I know that the 4 are right there, so now I just have to get that pattern. But he's too close, so I would have bumped into him. So now I just. Oh, what?
You're not getting one.
So you want more
That
arrows,
was
right?
bizarre. You should have been hitting that left.
No, I don't know why I wouldn't hit him.
No, I'm pretty sure he's just arrows.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need arrows, okay? Okay, game? Yeah, I'm maxed out on arrows, and I just got 3 arrows.
Yeah, but you could like double max. If only.
Is there an arrow?
There we go.
Kill him in one shot.
Is there any way to convert arrows into hearts?
That would be great.
What if the thing fumbles and it's like actually shoots 20, 30 at once?
That would be awesome, but if those rocks hit, yep.
Oh, come on.
I'm beginning with
What? There we go. So now you can see that didn't work, so I'm guessing it's probably yeah, okay. It's the side pattern. And you can't, even if you figure you know the pattern, you still have to shoot all 4 eyes before it does damage. It'd be sweet if it didn't. what I want and what he gives me is obviously not the same since I didn't get any bombs.
Dominated.
Sorry for insurance sake. Hey.
All the hearts are gonna get oohs after this.
If the first phase wouldn't have been so bad, you don't get hurt very much on this phase, so it's not like... If phase 1 had gone well, then I would have been in no trouble at all.
That's the bottom one. Biggie bottom.
Yeah, but you...
She's like bloody shoes.
He's got good strategies.
He's gonna troll.
He's got pro strats. Oh, come on. You okay, let me shoot you. He doesn't hurt you on contact. A lot of bosses, a lot of enemies don't in this game. So
You should have told us that. That was silly.
Oh my gosh.
You should have, like,
I believe this is the last time I hit him before the last phase.
Oh,
Oh man.
just gotta keep trying on the bottom.
Can't hit him on something.
This boss.
Rage.
Yeah, the end boss sucks.
It's almost like he doesn't want you to kill him.
Yeah, I know.
What's up with that?
Oh, don't turn me
Making weakness hard to get to. Jeez.
Come on. A competent boss. Nah, he's still utterly incompetent.
He can hear you.
What did you just say about me? Here, have some rocks.
It's like the first boss has an obvious weak point.
Thank
Take it like a man.
Did it?
You couldn't think you have lots of arrows.
Go this right.
Oh, so you need the red side, you can't do that on the
Right,
side?
right.
Okay.
And you get a kind of like more satisfying hit when you get the right ones. And it just goes like dink if you hit the other guys. What the heck?
Those guys can't hear you.
He can.
Well, the worst part is the way to heal yourself in this is to hit things that kill you. So, and the biggest, and he also covers the.
Okay. Ooh, 2 in a row. Oh, wow.
You couldn't give me bombs. Oh, whoa.
I was about to say. Did you not see that heart get it?
I saw it. I thought I grabbed it, but.
Yeah. Oh, take him out.
Yes.
Okay.
So one more, right?
One more form.
One more, everyone. This is
I don't even want to believe.
Do you think you can get it?
I know, we're all just as intense.
Well, look what it gives you.
Oh, okay.
This is why you can. Wait, don't go through there. Go back.
You want hearts out of the bots, right?
Wow, you've done
He
it.
doesn't let me.
Oh, you've done it. Get back here.
Wow, you've done it!
It's like I know there are fairies in 2 of those pots. Let me get
Oh! You went in the door once, oh man. Oh, clutch it out.
them. Now Body's like, oh hey guys, what's up? Actually, it's not that bad. You teleport to the entrance here, and then you go where you usually go.
And you'll green glitch and walk out.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Stay with me, Zelda.
She should roll too.
And ruin that pretty dress.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
like,
She just skips and
like I'm guaranteed to win here because
got that.
it doesn't quite give you the 3 gauntlet with no benefit.
Did you just say Fry has become Bachi? What has he been this whole time?
Giant 5.
Okay.
So get in your donations for the prizes.
Too many.
If you haven't already.
Yeah. Should just put what?
Wait, oh yeah, no, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
So, you use King of Posse to pop his arm out of the ground. Then you run into his arm, and you kill the guy with the actual eye. So, you're given a time limit though. His like antibodies or whatever the crap you want to call him, come and pull you out if you don't kill him.
And then that destroys his arm.
Yeah, and then his arm blows up.
But you have to destroy his arms like every time, right? I forget.
I believe so, yeah.
That's annoying.
So, he'll pop his arm up. I will somehow pop it out of the ground. This game's a little weird.
It's so long to figure that out.
Kind of already go
through
this for the second boss.
And then, now, they don't just make you have to hit one guy, you have to do it.
At night.
Second is random.
I don't know what happens if you just sit there and we're done. I'm not good.
Okay. It's a speedrun.
Okay, so now
It's the standard turn.
this is horrible. He does that, and then he'll line up and he'll shoot these at you.
You got that pretty good. Faster!
Oh yeah, he does it really well. That's right.
Oh, that's really obnoxious.
It's obnoxious enough because you have to.
Yeah.
You have to be perfectly aligned with him, and if I'm right, he'll troll me and he'll do that. So then, yeah, I needed to do that because he, my clones would have ran out before his next. So,
Is it just one more?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's the best I've ever heard for a second hit on a boss. Dude, that was awesome, dude. Kind of anticlimactic after that last hit.
Alright, so we're going to cut off donations now for the Minish Cap prizes.
Yeah.
Donations are still open for the Triforce.